まれ変わるのさボラゲイン Let's fly high like a butterfly
楽に頬張れ罠にはまり手足に絡む罪の糸
絡みつくくらい破れちゃってくらい羽のない蝶なんて意味ない血を這うネズミと変わりないThis world は光さえない Count Stop 壊れゆく前前胸を張れよお前こそがバタフライ地の果てまでオーバードライブ Yeah! Fly high 生まれ変わるのさボアゲイン Let's fly high like a butterfly 夢に見てるのさ Dream again So fly high like a butterfly 地の果てまでオーバードライブ命燃やし Endless time 地の果てまでオーバードライブ命燃やし Endless time Oh yeah Fly like a beautiful butterfly Fly like a beautiful butterfly
君がくれた花束はそいつの間にか星空に溶けて消えてもう色も意味も香りもその手触りも夜がそっと飲み込んだここにいるよここにいるよ世界
disappearing us. Inviolable love. The sky is almost red. Spread out.
Happy New Year's, every Tona! Happy New Year's, every Tona! Let the fireworks fly! It's New Year's! It's 2026! Some of you may think it is still 2025, and I understand that there are time zones. I understand that people live in different situations. I understand that people are around the world in other areas. But here, in the Shimada Dojo, it is 2026. Pay no attention to what my glasses say, because I struggle to find a 2026 pair of glasses. Happy New Year's, every Tora! We have spent another full year together here in this dojo. Well, actually, probably another half year, because my stream anniversary is half year. So we didn't do anything this year for the stream anniversary because I'm going to pair it up with the birthday stream and everything. However, we spent another year together in the dojo. Since the last year, my eyes hurt. Do you guys like the firework effects? Does everybody like the fireworks? I'm so excited to play Monster Hunter Wilds again with all of my friends. As per Yozo has mentioned in the chat that she was well aware of. I'm pretty sure she was aware of it based on her comments in the chat. But this is like the experience you have in that game. It's basically the same experience, the same lighting. Year of the Horse? No, it's the year of Shimada Tiger. It's year of Umada Rider. I feel like 2026 is going to be the Umada Rider year. Because we've had the year of the tiger. I'm not a dragon, but we've had year of the dragon, and that's many of my friends. I feel like many of my friends are dragon VTubers. Dragging my VTuber across the screen, or whatever you say, like you're doing right now. However, it's year of the horse. It's year of the Uma. Are you like a dragon? I would say that I'm like a dragon. I would say that Ichiban is for sure like a spirit beast for me. I look at Ichiban in a relatable way. The same way that I look at that one little fellow from, what's it called? High Score Girl. I find many characters in High Score Girl relatable, but the one little fellow who's the main character, I also find some elements of his personality pretty relatable too. In that, I think video games are the most important thing on this earth. From Mexico looks like Ichiban. I'm telling you, man, there's like a temporal gate and bridge between Japan and Latin America. It's like there's something that's tying you two together. It's like bonded brotherhood throughout time and space. It doesn't matter the time, it doesn't matter the space. You do have like a butterfly, that is true. Like a butterfly always plays. It's kind of mandatory that has to play. Or the song that's played in Tekken where the guy goes, something to be said. You know what I'm talking about? That one, if you guys remember that one. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this shit. Hold on. How do I get rid of these? How do I get rid of all these fireworks, man? How the fuck do I get rid of all of them? Oh fuck, I added more! Oh shit, I accidentally added more. I accidentally duplicated all of them. Alright, hold on. Let me see if I can get rid of all of them. There's too many! There's too many of them! I can't see anything! My stream's gonna fucking crash, man. I looked at the CPU usage and it just shot up infinitely. My stream's gonna fucking crash. What if I like... What happens if I transform them all? What if I stretch them all to screen? Holy! Look at this, guys! Look at this one! I stretched all of the GIFs to screen. Look at this! Wait, we can have our own fireworks show. I could do center vertically. Wait, they're already centered vertically. I could do, flip vertical. Yo! Look at this! Now they're blooming like a lotus. This is crazy. You don't see this in like every stream. Okay, let's rotate 90 degrees. Holy! Okay, now we can see the party. We could keep this like over here. It's blocking you guys, but that's fine. KK, this is the party. Do you see it? This is the party. It's New Year's. It's a New Year's party. Do you see it? Do you see it? It's New Year's. This is the New Year's party. This is the party that you celebrate on. Do you see it? It's a New Year's party. It's the party for New Year's. It's the New Year's party. Yo, so thank you again for the raid earlier. If you're still here, I understand if you left immediately. Yo, so if you're still here, thank you so much for the raid. It is good to see you, my friend. And KK, it is good to see you, my friend, as well. Okay, I'm removing all of these. We have a few left here, but that's probably fine. We could probably leave a few of these here. I don't think that these are like hurting anybody. Hopefully. Hopefully they're not hurting anybody. We could probably stretch them. Make them larger. There we go. That's looking pretty good. I think that looks pretty good. My bitrate, my eyes. I think this looks pretty good. No man, no. What do you mean, no man, no? It's literally just fireworks, man. What's the hubbub? Get over it. It's 2026. We're leaving picky attitudes in the dust. In 2026, we're leaving picky attitudes behind in 2025. Picky could still have an attitude if she wants to. She's a friend of the stream. However, picky attitudes, the attitudes that are picky, are being left behind. We're just going to be accepting everything from now on, at face value. Whatever you see in this earth, we will just be accepting it at face value, no questions asked. From now on. I keep trying to get rid of this shit and it doesn't get rid of all of them. What about Expedition 33? That's a trick question because you need to not be picky to like Expedition 33 because it's AI generated, so therefore like lowest common denominator. So it's kind of like in line. So we're gonna be embracing Expedition 33 this year. It's gonna be year of the Expedition 33. We're gonna take an expedition into 2033. More E33 slander. I was laughing my damn ass off when I was watching the Todd and Aaron special of Mega 64. Because they do the special like once a year where it's like their E3. And it's, you know, their true and honest opinions on video games of the year. And the first opener was worst game of the year, Expedition 33. Best game of the year, Call of Duty 7. It was so damn good, man. Like, if they left out the Call of Duty part, I think the bait would have been palpable enough. Putting in Call of Duty was, like, definitely, like, they wanted to not be raked over the coals by a legion of Parisians, for sure. Frenchest game of the year! Leaving love and, yeah, we're leaving love and the attitudes behind. Love is getting left behind in another way. When you leave love behind, it means to share it with everybody around you. When you leave picky attitudes behind, it means, like, not taking it with you. That's the difference. Had to disarm the mind after stepping on it. It's like when you play a good game, like Lethal Company, one that, like, leaves a lasting impression on you, and not, like, one that's gonna be forgotten in, like, 4 months. And, like, you jump on the mine, and it doesn't explode until you leave the mine because they're pressure sensitive. Don't do it. That's hell in there. Don't go in there. And the award goes to Assassin's Creed Shadows. I thought Assassin's Creed Shadows is not even that bad. It's just, you know, it is the Frenchest game of the year. I would say that Assassin's Creed Shadows is the Frenchest game of the year. Why? Because it's about Japan. And apparently, outside of the US, France is the country that consumes the most Japanese content, according to French people. I don't know if this is true. This is just what they've been saying. Some kind of mine. Can I ask you something? As a longtime friend? Absolutely, man. Send your question my way. What is your question? I'm not focusing on the past. I'm looking to the future. You gotta have like 20/20 vision. That means you got 20 eyes in one direction and 20 eyes in the other. What's the biggest number that you could think of? Probably like 6 or 7, if I had to gander. I think one like supersedes the other. But if I had to think about it, I think it would be one of the two. I think it would be one of the two. Can I ask you something as a long-time stranger? Dark Botron, of course. Feel free. Alright, this is a cheap shot. God dang it. Can you draw a panda? Okay, let's draw a panda real quick. If you guys missed out on the watch along last night, in place of stream, we did a watch along for what is listed on stream today. Azumanga Daioh New Year's episode. We watched the New Year's episode of Azumanga Daioh. In the episode, they have a sequence where they have Chiyo and Osaka draw pandas from memory. And they drew them quite well, if I do say so myself. It was like very much in line. But I'm going to draw a panda for you guys because I want to prove that I'm neurotypical and also like of my faculties. Let's get rid of Snoopy too. I'm sorry, Snoop Dogg, you gotta go. Okay, let's draw a panda. Also, Zerker, thank you for the 2026 resub. That is very kind of you. Thank you so much for the resub. I hope you enjoy your emotes. Also, Tao Warlord, thank you for the resub as well. Toxic, thank you for the 100 bits. That is very kind of you. Clown Wrangler, thank you for the gifted sub to NECO. NECO. Very kind of you. Silverwolf, thank you for the 100 bits as well. Absalom, thank you for the tier 2 sub for 12 months. Actually, 18 months. It's very kind of you. Thank you for supporting the stream for 18 months. Thank you for enjoying the stream. Thank you for supporting. Red Vomit, thank you so much for the 7-month resub. That's very kind of you. Hope you continue to enjoy emotes. Santi, of course, thank you for the 25-month resub. That is very kind of you. Thank you for the golden Kappa train, everybody. Out of Order Show, thank you for the 16-month resub, 6 or 7-month resub. Kaiser Creek, thank you for the... I'm losing hearing in one ear right now. I don't know if you guys also hear this, but I can't hear out of one ear. As I'm talking, like I lost hearing in one ear of my headphones. Kaiser Creek, thank you for the 2-month... I think it was the fireworks. I think the fireworks were so loud I was losing my hearing. Spaniard, of course, thank you for the 30-month resub. That is very kind of you. I hope you continue to enjoy the stream. Thank you for sticking around for so long. Vina, thank you for the 44-month resub. That is almost a whole year. That's very kind of you. I hope you continue to enjoy the stream as well. And third, thank you for the Prime sub 9 hours ago. I don't think I was streaming 9 hours ago, but that is very kind of you as well. What did you say? Hold on, let me talk in this side. Or maybe I could talk in this side. I guess this is coming through mono style. Okay, let's draw a panda. So first of all, we want to draw the outline. I personally think that pandas have white fur with black spots. So we're going to draw the outline in white fur. Okay. I drew the outline in white fur. And then we're going to draw the black spots now. I don't think they're spotted. I think they're like striped. Because I think most pandas are like this. I think most of them are like this. But they just got like bands of stripes across them. Kind of like a tiger. They also probably have like splotches too. Unbreakable Dude, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Favorite part of the stream is when Tiger reads NECO, then says it back as NECO. Okay, let me do the tail here too. Most of the time there's also like a black stripe on the tail. Unbreakable Doof, it's good to see you. We're drawing a panda right now. I think that pandas have white fur. So I drew it with the white outline first. And then now we're drawing the black spots. And then the leg here. And then the leg here. And then I think we could just like fill in a field around the panda. Yeah, I think we could just like fill in a field around the panda so that it's in the grass. I think that's it. I think that's him. I think that's the panda. Okay, hold on. You're better left unsaid. Some things are better left unsaid. I think you could stay in the void here. I think that's better for you. Oh no. When is the last time you saw a panda? I think the last time I saw a panda was when I was arguing with you guys, saying that a panda would not be like scary enough of a creature to encounter in the wild. Because every scaredy cat in this chat is convinced of the fact that a panda is like a scary animal. There's literally no cases of a panda ever killing a human being. Like not even a single recorded case in human history. Caught. Grog intercepted. Tatter's made of bamboo. Yeah, what if I just turn you guys into Mokujin? I don't know how fast a panda is. They're literally like the slowest creature. I'm more scared of a panda in, you know, Tekken 8 than I am of a panda in real life. Because at least the panda in Tekken 8 could like ruin my day. If I get a bad match against a panda in Tekken, like I would feel terrible about it for the rest of the day. But like a panda in real life, like they do nothing. They're literally like just slow like bamboo eaters. I've never seen a motivated panda. I don't want to take the risk. They don't do anything. There's literally no case in human history of a panda killing a person. I could look this up real quick. You can't call them bamboo eaters. I'm gonna look this up real quick. Okay. How many pandas? I'm gonna say how many people have been killed by a panda? There are no confirmed cases of giant pandas killing people. Literally no confirmed cases. It says no confirmed cases. Security, she's reading the AI summary. Security! Security! Someone, like, one of the recommended questions here is so fucked up. It says, is a panda 99% bamboo? What the fuck? Is a panda 99% bamboo? Is this one of those, like, fake factoids, like a human being's 80% water? I don't think so. I don't think that's right, if I had to take a gander or a guess. 1% bear. I think it's 99% bamboo, 1% killing machine, which is why they don't do anything. How strong is a panda's bite? A giant panda's bite force is remarkably strong, around 1300 newtons at the canine teeth. I don't feel like that's that many. Because newton seems like... It seems like one of those units of measurement that like measures small things. So I feel like that's probably nothing. It's a good amount. It's probably a good amount for like eating like a leaf or something. But like Newton, to me, the vibes of a Newton, it ain't nothing but a fig, you know? Like all it is just like a small measurement of force. I have another question. Who do you think will win on Saturday between the Ravens and the Steelers? Clinch in the last playoff spot. Okay, hold on. Let me see who's playing against each other, because you may just be like pulling my leg here. Ravens versus Steelers. Prediction. I'm gonna say as my own answer, like from my soul, for the upcoming Week 18 matchup, most predictions favor the Baltimore Ravens to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, with many expecting a close, hard-fought divisional battle, potentially decided by a few points, but with the Ravens covering the spread as favorites. Security! She's reading from the Google AI! Security! Says predictions and picks. Winner Ravens multiple sources. You literally can't do that. Google AI, you literally can't do that. You can't do multiple sources as your source. From now on, whenever anybody questions me on anything, I'm gonna be like, multiple sources say. Never count out Perk Rogers. Ain't that the guy that got arrested on the plane? Sources multiple. I'm gonna blow my nose real quick, but I also have to grab my Crocs. So give me 1 sec while I grab a tissue and also Crocs. I'm back now. So, I left the Crocs. Guga. I was kind of looking like Katie Beer, man. Is it one Newton like one weight of one apple? I think that could be the one right answer. There's another one. I think that could be the one right answer in chat. The one answer. So I went to go look for my Crocs, which I usually keep in the closet. I opened the closet door. I looked down. Crocs ga nai. Crocs ga nai. There were no Crocs. Crocs ga natta. They were not there. I could not find them. I did not have the Crocs. I went Crocless. And then I went to go look for my tissues. And I couldn't find the tissues. I was sitting there dumbfounded. I'm like, where the fuck did all my shit go? I'm like, I cleaned out the closet, but I was wearing the Crocs like 30 minutes ago. Nani mo nai. Nani mo nai. Cancel 2026. We're going back. We left the Crocs in 2025. But then I remembered where the Crocs went. Because I was eating dinner out in the living room. And I typically wear my Crocs just around the apartment. But when I eat dinner, I like leave them by the side of the kotatsu so I could sit down. I left them by the side of the kotatsu next to the fan that points onto the kotatsu. And then I slid my feet in, and it was the coldest sensation I've ever fucking felt in my life, man. I felt like KK put some damn ice cubes in my Crocs. They're fucking cold. They're ice cold. It's so cold. I've never had Crocs this cold before. I've never had them be this cold. They're still cold. Michigan prank. It's insane, man. Okay, let me see what redeems we've got so far. I don't know if anybody's redeemed a whatchamacallit or something or some such. We've got many jumbo offerings, which is good. They're gonna bring you good luck, you know. They're gonna bring you good luck. You can fix that quick by starting a fire. I mean, they're made out of rubber. How flammable could they possibly be? Jumbo offering. Jumbo offering. Get it twisted. If you do a jumbo offering, you will have the best year of your life. Also, Zerker, thank you for the 12-month resub. That is very kind of you. I hope you continue to enjoy your the time here in the stream. Unless I already thanked you for that, which in case, thank you very much again. But thank you everybody for the jumbo offerings. I also have another thing here. Let me see if you guys can guess what this is. You probably won't be able to guess what this is by this sound, but I'm going to make a sound. I have it right here. I'm about to make a sound. You guys hear that? I'm going to bump it against the microphone. You guys guess what it is. I'm going to bump it against the microphone and you guys guess what it is. Can you guess? Anybody, can you guess? That's a Modelo. Modelo time. It's your skull. Modelo time, everybody. It's Modelo time. After the stream of no drunk driving, a 1997 Ford Bronco. Nope, it's Modelo time. Drinking and driving. If I drink before the drive, that's not drinking and driving. That's drinking then driving. And then if I drink after the drive, that's driving then drinking. So if I do either of those two things, it should be fine. Who is the one Smash player that was like drunk driving? There was the one Smash player who was like drunk driving, and then they were like, I wasn't drunk driving, I was drinking and driving. All of them probably. They were like, I was drinking and then I wasn't drunk enough to not drive. I was just drinking and then driving. Drinking a few small beers and driving? I'm sorry to tell you, it's not that small. For a beast like me, this is not a small beer. It is like a rotund creature. The Modelo bottle is very interesting. It's a very interesting shape. Like, it looks bigger than it probably actually is. It's literally the most morally righteous man in the community. Well, we got a few in the chat right now that might want to... He's not talking about you guys. He's not talking about you. Did you put some tajin on it? You guys not going to want to hear this, but I used to think that it was called tajin. And not because, like, I don't know Spanish or anything, but because I thought it was, like, Japanese. I was like, yeah, it's like tajin. You know, like other person. Tajin. Tajin is better. That's what I'm saying, man. Kiki was like making fun of me for it. She was just like, it's tahine. How could you not know this? Your messy guessies mean nothing to me. Okay, what about the Huggy Wuggies then? Garden of Ban type shit. Lightweight? I am a lightweight. I'm gonna admit this. The I in tahine has the accent. Isn't that what I'm saying? Tahine? Or is it tagine? Is it tagine? Or is it tahine? Because sometimes I feel like the G and the J swap places. It's Taj. This is gonna happen every time, man. This shit is gonna happen every time. I think KK lied to you. Everybody's fucking lying to me about Spanish, Korean, Japanese, Brazilian, Portuguese, driving, fighting games, beer. Craggy, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Craggy, how was your stream today? It is good to see you. Raiders do this. Hold on, Raiders do this. Raiders do this. Cheers. Kage, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for the raid, my friend. It is good to see you, Kongi. I hope you had an awesome stream. Shimapu Tofu. Kongi. Kage, what do I have to do to get you into a racing game? I want to play a racing game with you so bad, or even just a driving game. I would like to play Euro Truck Sim or American Truck Sim together. People caution. Raiders, welcome in. This is the TOUGE HATSUMODE stream. If you guys do not know what TOUGE is a type of racing in which you go down mountainsides with many sharp corners, particularly across Japan. And Hatsumode is the first shrine visit of the year. So we're putting 2 in 1 today. For today's stream, you can ask for a cheap fortune that I will draw for you based on whatever you ask for. And then you can also make offerings with channel points for good luck this year. We're also going to go over our, our resolutions, our restitutions, if you will. Everything we want to do this year. Okagi, I hope you had a fun stream today. She's traumatized from the racing missions in GTA. I did see Kuragi drive in GTA. And it did make me second guess playing American Truck Sim with her. It did make me second guess how much I wanted to play American Truck Sim with her, for sure. Because we're gonna have to share that road. Like, we could do it in tandem. Not even, like, going opposite ways on the same road. She could be, like, on the I-5 and I'll be on the fucking 101 or something, you know? Like, we'll be in the same state, for sure. But, like, we don't have to be on the same stretch of pavement. She's played American Truck Stream on stream before. I've seen her play it a few times. Also very drunk as well. Well, welcome every raider. It's good to see you guys. I hope you all had a awesome stream today. If you're wondering what's on the screen right now, we watched the New Year's episode of Azumanga Daioh earlier. And Kuragi, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you sleep well. Considering your meds have made you sleepy, I hope you sleep well. Reveal the creature. So this is supposed to be a panda. Because in Azumanga Daioh, in the New Year's episode, they draw a panda. And they ask if it's white with black stripes or splotches or black with white stripes or splotches. And I said it's probably white fur with black splotches. So what I did was I drew it with white ink on the paper. Because that was like, I don't know, I wasn't thinking straight. I drew it with the white ink on the paper here. And then I drew the black splotches with the black ink. And then I thought, oh, that's okay. I could just fill in the background after I'm done drawing it with grass. Put him on the grassy knoll. So this is what my panda looks like. I drew the white part first. And then I drew the black part after. But this is what my panda looked like. What the fuck is that, man? That's my panda. Pandas aren't striped. They literally have stripes. They literally have stripes and bands. They have more bands than, like, you'll ever see. Because, like, they'll go band for band with anybody. I'm just laughing at the 2018 glasses because VTubers also have previous years asset that haven't updated. I tried to look up a 2026 glasses asset and I couldn't find one. Hello? Listen, don't step up to my damn panda. I will go band for band too. Okay, hold on. You're gonna go band for band. Do it in a way that's like relevant to this beast. You better go like bamboo for bamboo. Look at this. Bamboo spread. Bamboo spread. Look at this, man. Look at the bamboo spread. I bet you've never seen a bamboo spread like this before. Puh. He's puh, you know. He's puh. Look at this. Look at this auspicious wealth. Is this? Wait, hold on. You guys see the black dot on the rump of the panda? I thought that that was like a speck on my monitor and I leaned in to like wipe it off. I should have just looked at my OBS source on the other screen to like see if it was real or not. It's on the other one too. I would have literally looked at both of them and then like wiped both of them off. The Modelo is taking over. Yeah, here, do you guys hear this? Hold on. Raiders, can you guess what this is? Can you guess what this is? It's a Modelo. It's Modelo time! Modelo time! It's a Modelo time. Tapping the glass of our enclosure. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like being a fish in a aquarium, I think it would be good as fuck to have someone tap on the glass. Like for a little bit. I think it'd probably feel good as fuck to have someone tap on the glass. You know? It's like, Carter, you don't gotta be like the guy who said okay. You don't gotta be like that guy who came by the other day that kept saying okay. What is that supposed to mean? I bet it feels like... What's a good description I could give you? I bet it feels like when you put a Q-tip in your ear and it feels good for like 5 seconds until like you hit the snail. And then after that it doesn't feel as good. Gonna tap on the glasses and see how that feels? Okay, hold on. That's not bad. I don't know what they gotta like grow up or whatever. The damn fish gotta grow up, man, if that's bad to them. I'm tapping on my glasses and it doesn't even have any effect on me. I think if someone came up to me and started tapping on it and I wasn't ready for it, that would suck. But like other than that, like they gotta grow up, man. They gotta get used to it. It's 2026. We're leaving that churlish behavior behind. Also, unique name here. Thank you so much for the follow. And Falling Fox, thank you for the follow as well. Streaming is kind of like being a fish in an aquarium if you think about it. It is true. And like chat messages are basically like you guys put in the fish feed. Also, Uncle Viku, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I think that you guys like chatting is basically like when you put like the flat fish food like in there. The pellets, exactly. It's like Shima fish finger. Alright, I'm gonna take a drink real quick. I'm gonna take my first sip of the Modelo. You guys ready to take a sip with me? Does everybody have their New Year's drink? Their New Year's beverage? Cheers! Kanpai! It's very good. It's very good. I think Modelo is actually very good. Prost. Perkele. Cheers! This is actually my first Modelo. We can't even get it here, man. What's the point? Wait, hold on. What do you mean you can't get it there? Wait, what do you... Isn't this like... Imported by Crown Imports Chicago. Okay, so it's not bottled in Chicago. It's bottled in Mexico. It's bottled by Cerveza Cristal, Modelo Nava, Mexico. Isn't that like... What would stop you from importing it? There ain't no Modelos, they forgot our address? Aren't they like your neighbors? Like the same way that they're like our neighbors too? I mean, they're not that far. 200% tariff on Modelo is literally like right there. Isn't Mexico right next to Brazil? You said it after I did. That makes you worse than me because you've already seen like me saying it and then you said it after. Mexico neighboring Brazil, SHISHOU. It neighbors Brazil the same way that like the people who live 3 doors down are my neighbors. M fairly drink. Let's go, Warden DJ. Let's go. That's what we love to hear. Cheer! Cheer to you as well, man. Cheer to you as well. Don't let anyone Brazilian hear that. What is problematic about saying that like a country is near another country? What do you mean? How is that? What is problematic about that? It's much further than that because it's not. It literally is right there. It's like a few countries over. Spacious. How much do you talk to your neighbors? Well, I talked to one because they like go to the same job as me. Apparently. I found out that one of my neighbors like lives like a few doors down. Or not my neighbor. Of course my neighbor lives a few doors down. One of my coworkers lives a few doors down. So I talk to them like all the time. Like 2,000. This model is taking me over if I read that it's 2,000. Like 7,000 kilometers. But, like kilometers are the short one. That's what got me tripping right now. Is that kilometers are the short one. You say it is a big number. Morocco neighbors to the US, if you think about it, that's not even the same thing. Chillis Tube, it's like 20 miles or something. Kilometers are not the long one, man. They're not the long one. Miles are the long one. Here, let me look this up real quick. Miles are literally longer than kilometers. Okay, let me see how many kilometers are in a mile. Let's do the conversion real quick. How many kilometers in a mile? There's 1.5 kilometers per mile. You guys are 1.6 or 1.7 or something. There's 1.6 or 1.7 kilometers in a damn mile. They're not the long one. 1.6 is bigger than 1. Because key tastes better than bread. Kilometers is the long one? It's not the long one, man. It's like saying California is close to Texas because there's only Arizona and New Mexico between them. They are close together. In the grand scheme of things, California and Texas are closer than they are further apart. That's the difference. I take a shower and what the fuck is happening to the panda? Yeah, let me make him decent again. Wait, no, I can't because... No, I can. Hold on. There we go. I've made the panda decent again. The panda won't hurt you anymore. I promise you this. The panda can't do any damage to you anymore. Open the schools. Doesn't this look like a coral reef now? It kind of looks like a Finding Nemo coral reef. Do you guys see it? Do you guys see it? I kind of see it. We can't see his shave any longer. A beautiful barrier reef. Because like this is like the kelp. And then the middle is like the rocks. You're getting churlish. You guys are the one who thinks a kilometer is longer than a mile. And that Mexico and Brazil are not close to each other. Here, let me look at a map real quick. I'm going to prove this to you guys. Map of Americas. They're literally next to each other. I don't know how to explain this to you. Okay, let me put this on screen for you guys. I'm gonna put y'all in game. Can I say that? I'm gonna put you fellas on game today. Let me put this up here. If you look at the map, Mexico is right here. And then Brazil is right here. That's right next to each other. Like, they got a few people in between them. But it's right next to each other. Hey, let me make this even easier for guys. Let me put this in ways that you guys can understand. Don't save. Okay. So we have the map here. We have the map right here. If I zoom in. If I zoom in on the map, I'll show you guys how close this is to this thing. You literally can just draw a line. Hold on. From here to here. Is that not like right there? It's literally right there. How is this not crazy? It's literally less than the distance from California to Texas. Look, it's literally less distance from California to Texas. Do you see this? Are you guys see what I'm looking at here? So here's California to Texas. And then here's Mexico to Brazil. Hold on, let me make this even easier for you guys. Wait, where did it go? Okay. Here's Mexico to Brazil. And then here's California to Texas. You guys see the difference in the comparison you were trying to make? Yeah, you were Krongoing me for no reason. This is crazy, guys. This is literally crazy. Show this map to Cleo. It's called what is it called? Anybody remember what this guy's called? The Panama Canal. It's literally called the Panama Canal, man. You know, to make it even more reasonable, to get from California to Texas, you literally have to do this. And you guys think that they're right next to each other. You have to go all the way through the Panama Canal to cut through, to go around here, to go around the Bermuda Triangle, and then as soon as you come back, you have to go through the Gulf of Mexico and then up into Texas. I think this is like Dallas or something. I don't know where this is. I think this is probably like Austin. If I had to take a gander. Either like Dallas or like Miami or something. I think it's one or the other. That's Galveston. Isn't that like a Pokemon? Houston, I think. Oh, they got the Space Force. What is going on here, man? Get long-winded on this one, champ. I'm not the one who's long-winded. Obviously, the sailing ships that require like the nautical breeze are long-winded because it's a journey to get there. I think she's rage baiting us. Nah, let's chill. Let's take another Modelo sip here. I think that's how we get our brain on straight. I want to do Touge first. Before we get into some New Year's wishes. Before we get into some New Year's restitutions, our resolutions. Whereas thinks it's 1700. I mean, that's like what's in my graphics card, I think. My brain can't handle this. The 1700 is going to be like the only thing we could afford soon. Is this a drinking and driving stream? Hell yeah. Absolutely. I've never drunk and drive before. I've never drank and drive before. Happy 1700. I don't think we want to go back there, man. I don't think we want to go back there. I'm pretty sure they did some fucked up shit back then. My latest favorite bit is one of my coworkers was recently told, this shit is gonna be frying my brain, man. One of my coworkers was recently told that Jar Jar Binks may or may not be like a horrendously racial stereotype of like, you know, like like African American stereotypes. And he didn't know that, or at least he didn't know that people say that. And so now he's made it his mission that every time Jar Jar Binks is like brought up ever, he's just like, yo, fuck that guy. We hate his ass, man. Jump him. It's been making me laugh every time, man. He's like, I trusted that guy. I trusted him, man. It's back in a major way. That's so good, man. Jump him. Because we had like many like Reddit Star Wars fans in my office. So every time Jar Jar Binks is ever mentioned, he's like, fuck that guy. How's this feel? Thank you for the jumbo offering too. Much appreciated. Okay, I think we're ready to start here. Tiger Bros. Is everybody ready? Is everybody prepared? Everybody ready to do our first driving, our first drifting, our first drinking, and our first Touge of the year of 2018. Everybody ready? Everybody prepared? Because when I say hajime, you guys will say os. And that's how I know everybody's ready. Hajime! Os! 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 Okay, let's get the music in here too. Let's bump some tunes. Let's bump some tunes, if you will. Okay, racing playlist. Damn! It's not playing yet. Damn! I had to warm it up real quick. I had to warm it up for a minute. Okay, let's get the game open here. If you guys do not know which course we're going to be taking on today, I will be taking on the Fuji Expressway. Not the Fuji Expressway, the Fuji Fruits Line. Not the Fuji Fruits Line. The Tsukuba. I gotta put this shit down, man. I gotta put this shit down, man. I'm putting this down. I don't even know where we're driving. Alright, I'm revving up my brain, exactly. There's so much beer left in this thing. It hasn't even passed the neck of the beer. You have a problem? I think it's more mental decline than it is like the drinking. Brain function 0 off, 1 off the Modelo. Okay, let's get this here. So we're going to do the Tsukuba Fruits Line. And we're going to do a very special version of this. We're going to do a very special version of this. This Tsukuba Fruits Line version will be... Hold on. We're going to do the real inbound. This is going to be the winter skin of the Tsukuba Fruits Line. I'm going to launch this real quick, and you guys will see it in just a moment. Are you driving on a better map than the one you showed us? What do you mean a better map than the one you showed us? Oh, the one there? The one of America? I thought you were shitting on Akina from last stream for a second. Okay, let's start this bitch up. I'm hitting go. Waiting for the end of the race. When does it always wait for the end of the race? I think I started hot lap. Did I start the race? I did. Okay, hold on. We're leaving. My bad, my bad. We're going to do hot lap first. And then we're going to go. Everything's coming up, SHISHOU. Can we see the game? Can you hold on for 2 seconds, man? And if you guys are also curious as to what we're driving today, this is the Toyota 8E86. This is a racing game classic. I can't see anything, man. Let me turn on my lights here. There we go. I don't think it should be this dark. I thought, okay, 1 sec. Let's go back. Reset me real quick. Reset me. We're going back real quick. We're going back. Okay, let's do it again this time. Let's do it around like... Let's do a morning drive. Let's do like 10 a.m. Let's do 10 a.m. That one sounds pretty good to me. Actually, no. Let's see the first sunrise of the day. Let's do it at 7:49. Start. Are we funneling drugs or something? Don't even sweat it, man. Horror game stream. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Let me make sure that my car's right. I have to make sure my car's right too. I forgot if it was or not. Okay. Okay, the car is correct. Let me make sure we have the right tires too. Because I want the street 90s. Okay. Now we go. Never gets old. Okay, let me unscrew it real quick. Let me screw it back in. Let me unscrew it real quick. Let me screw it back in. Here we go. Now we're going to pop the biggest models of 2018, guys. I hope that you're prepared for the shit that we're about to get into. I don't think any of you are. This is the Tsukuba Fruits Line. This is one of the tracks that was shown in Initial D. Very popular drifting / racing anime. You guys have probably seen it before or heard of it. This is the winter version of the track. This is not the standard version of the track. This is the one that we can get Holly and Jolly on. I also have the Gran Turismo 7 add-ons here as well, as you guys can see. The Sakuna what? The Honda? Yeah, it's People Snow time. It's People Snow time. So the first time we're going to go through this track here, I don't want to go for a crazy race. I don't want to go for crazy times. I just want to try out the track. I want to take a look at this track because I've never driven it before. This is my first time ever driving this track. So let's take a tour of it. We are in the stock AE86. This is the car, not the one that Takumi drove, because Takumi drove a car that is similar to this, yet it was boosted up. It was altered. It was on the sauce. Stay with our feet here. I'm just taking a tour around. So we start with a pretty sharp turn. This is the stock AE86. I found out that this car is really good for learning how to drift because it's like a piece of shit hunk of junk. As you can see from our inability to get up the mountain here. We're struggling to get up the mountain here. But it's okay. Yeah, this is going to be a relaxing Thursday drive here. Feliz Jueves. Okay. So at the start of the track here, there's a lot of, not hairpins, but like, I would say like moderate speed turns. We have a chicane here into a right angle turn. Okay. And then into another right angle. But I think we could take this faster on the acceleration out. Okay. A bit of a gutter drift there. Gutter trash. Okay, let's get out here. So I've never driven the stock AE86 before. How much of a difference is no horsepower going to make for us here? I assume quite a lot. Okay, turn the car. There we go. I had to use some... I think maybe we take the opposite route when we go down this track, because I don't think the uphill is going to be very kind to us. I think when it comes to the AE86, the uphill is not going to be very kind to us. I think we're going to need like more horsepower on this bitch. I also don't think that this has like snow physics. I think it's just a snow skin. Okay, I brake locked there. No horsepower in year of the horse. They took it all, man. They took it all. You'll figure it out. I don't know what that means. Okay. I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable. We can start moving a little bit faster. My bad. My bad. I think you have to use a lot of weight transfer in this thing. Because I don't think the brakes are going to be enough on this thing. Like, we could definitely try our best with them. But I feel like weight transfer is going to be like how we do this play here. Yeah, look at the God rays, man. We might even want to go on the downhill. This track is pretty long. People drive this shit like every day. That's the crazy part to me about toge tracks is that these are like people's day. Oh no. Okay, I tried to do inertia drift there. I tried to do a Scandinavian flick, but it didn't come out. Because I don't think we had enough power. I think you have to take the skin. Look at that, man! Holy! I was wondering when that was gonna come out. Do you guys see that? People fireworks, man. People fireworks. We're celebrating New Year's right now, man. We're going into 2026 and we're not leaving anybody behind. Okay, now I think we could go a little bit faster here. I think we could take it in the third gear. Oh, so the track is up and down. That makes sense. The track is up and down. Okay, next is going to be a fast turn. Staying on the inside here. My bad. My bad. What happened? Did I die? What happened, man? Okay, let's take this faster. That was so funny, man. What happened to me? Okay, that was the warm-up. I think we can start taking this, like, not at a snail's pace. Oh my god, this thing is a piece of shit. The stock 886 is a piece of shit, man. I'm learning this right now. Yeah, they Skyrim'd me back to the beginning. I was caught stealing horses at the border. She fucking hates it. That's not true, man. I just don't know how to drive it yet. I don't know how you're supposed to drive the stock A86 yet. 120 uphill? It's hard. I mean, if Takumi is able to do it, but I don't think he used the stock. He used a modified one. He got some extra horsepower in that thing. He gave his A86 a Brazilian butt lift. Not the best slide. Slip angle? Something like that. I'm gonna just say slip angle anytime my car is like not in a straight line. I'm gonna be like, check out this slip angle. I think if this was like actual snow physics too, it'd be like significantly harder. The neighbor to the Mexican butt lift. I'm using my handbrake like I'm rallying right now. The snow version is fun. It is very fun. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think we might have to get off the stock A86. I think we might have to get back up to the tuned version. I don't think we have the horsepower for this one. Unless like driving like this is like part of like the experience. What do you guys think? What is your opinion? I also found out that half of my sick drifts that I did last stream were not from any intentional technique. I was shift lock drifting and not heel towing like this. And because I wasn't heel towing, I wasn't rev matching when I was coming out of the corner, and it would cause my back tires to spin out. And then I would slide, and it would end up being something cool. So I unintentionally found out how to do a more advanced form of drifting. Because, like, I didn't know how to do it properly. My bad. My bad. You have the car you want to drive? What if we take on a fucking... an RX-7? An RX-67? That one might be a bit harder. Okay, we got around the corner. Let's get into higher gear. Let's build up some momentum here. What if? Shall we be a little bad today? Shall I indulge myself in a little RX-7? Oh fuck, my bad. My bad. This does feel like the same level of cinema that I feel every time I watch any episode of Yudu Camp. I've never finished Yudu Camp, and I want to so bad. I started watching Yudu Camp at a time in which my Japanese was significantly worse. I was at a very baka gaijin time in my life. And because of that, I missed out on like almost everything that they were saying. Except like the most like simple like parts. Okay, we're gonna die again. It was nice knowing you guys. It was nice knowing you guys. This shit is shaking my whole room every time. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's exit. Actually, I have an idea. Let's just try one of these other cars real quick. There's another car that I was recommended that I've not driven yet. Not a Toyota. Let's do categories. We're gonna do mods. It's a Mitsubishi Lancer. Now I have to remember exactly which Lancer it is. But this is one that I was recommended previously. It is the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 6. Let's try this guy out. Let's try this one out. So apparently this is a Touge car as well. I guess like every car like thing Japan is Touge. There's the Supra. Dude, I could drive a fucking Isuzu truck. I do have the Impreza. I could do the Impreza. That's kind of similar to like what we're doing here. Like it's a rally car, but I think we could do it for Touge too, right? I think that there's a difference though. I don't think like even if it's just an Impreza, it's not going to be like the same one. There's also the Skyline R32 GTR C1 Princess. That sounds kind of sick to me too. I don't know what the difference between that and the other ones are. I have many cars on here that are like the same name, but with like another epithet to them. R32, my beloved. Maybe we try that one. Damn it, Derp, it's good to see you. You're doing well. Okay, let's try the Lancer Evo. Let's do the Lancer Evo here. I think this should have more horsepower to get up the hill. If it's from the Shutoko mod, those trucks have like 2 horsepower. It is from the Shutoko. It's one of the NPC cars from the Shutoko mod. Got any muscle cars? Sorry, brother. Got nothing on me. I only got Japanese sports cars. Look at this guy, man. Let's take a look around. Holy. Look at this beast. You guys see what I'm seeing? We not have that. Let's take an even further look out of here. This car looks really nice. I like how this one looks. Mimper, it's good to see you. I'm seeing a car. Happy New Year's. It is good to see you. I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're having a good time. That's gonna be fun in real snow physics version. Is the Lancer good for Rally 2? In Gran Turismo, I managed to get... Happy New Year! I managed to get a Rally Evo as like one of my first cars, and it just blew every other car out the fucking water. Like in every race, it was just better than everything. It was really funny. Okay, let's try this here. Oh my god, listen to that engine. The engine is like... Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna have to get used to this. Okay, start me over. Start me over. Start me over. Restart. Restart. Mint, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Fucking kill this guy. Also, Mint, it is good to see you. I hope you're having a good night so far. A good noggin. Hope Uffenheimer, hope you're having a good noggin. I've had like half of a Modelo, and I think I'm at like the worst brain fog I've ever experienced in my life. Do you guys see that? You guys see what I just did there? Never mind. Never mind. I'm never gonna say anything that I do good ever again. Because anytime I ever mention anything cool that I do, like nothing good comes out of it. I can't seem to get the cornering on these sharp corners here. Drinking and driving. I think the slow corners are like the most difficult things for me. Oh my god, that was almost so fucking cool. That was almost so fucking cool, man. I can barely grip these corners. I'm having like a really hard time gripping these corners. I think maybe I should trail brake more. I think maybe I'll come harder on the brake. And then I let off of it a bit. I think I let off of it a bit. I think that might be the play here. But like as soon as I like, get on the brake, like I slow down to a crawl. That's like the scary part. You're trying to grip in very slick cube. Okay. We almost made our way around. This is also my first time trying this car right now. It accelerates very nicely, is what I like about it. It moves very quickly. I'm having a very hard time getting around the corners though. Pardon me. That was almost cool. I'm almost getting it. I'm almost getting it. It's almost there. Mieru, Mieru. I can see it. Okay, I tried to do grip here and it wouldn't work. There's one thing that keeps happening, and that's I try to brake in a straight line, and then I use my braking grip to get around the corner, and then I can't get around the corner. Like it doesn't move. And I read something about this pretty recently, where even if I get like braking grip, my car still moves in a straight line. And I think it has something to do with the wheels being unable to turn. But I don't quite understand what or how it works. Like here, in this instance, I don't know how I did not have enough traction to turn. I was going very slow. I turned my wheels, yet I couldn't do it. I think maybe it's because I'm turning at the same time that I'm braking at some points unconsciously. I think that could be the play here. I think that could be what's going on here. Momentum wants you to go straight. But like, I'm braking. I'm braking in a straight line. And then turning in. Which, by all logic dictating it, it seems like that should make me turn in. Because I have grip in my tires. And I don't have momentum anymore. Okay, we didn't die on this quarter this time. Thank God we didn't die on this quarter this time. Oh wait, it wasn't even the right corner. I think. This is the one. Yeah, here, I was turning the wheel like as far as I could. Okay. Get out of the corner here. Like, I'm having really bad understeer. I'm having really bad understeer. In this case, the front tires aren't doing much turning during the corner with that weight. Because of the lack of grip. Need to get rotation in another way. What is the other way? What is the other way that you're recommending me do? I'm gonna die again here. Nope, we're living. We live. We just don't know. It depends. That's the worst answer I always get during driving. It's always, it depends. This one's really tough, man. Are you coasting through the turn when you understeer? What do you mean by this? Not again. When I understeer, my wheel is like 180 degrees the other direction, trying to get my line out of there. Is what I'm doing. I'm not pressing the gas or the brake. I think most of the time I'm pressing the brake. Maybe I'm just not pressing the brake enough. Maybe I'm just not like feeling the brake enough there. Because here I'm not pressing the brake. Because by conventional wisdom, I've been taught that like you can't keep full brake into the corner. But I was pressing the brake. Maybe like I should do so. Okay, I watched a video where someone was explaining this. They said to keep the brake at least like 1%. Until you are back in the straight. And then that's when you come out like this. Okay, so this is making more sense now. From what I've seen earlier. TK, it's good to see you. You're doing well. There was the one sim driver. Okay, so even here, I don't understand how I didn't have enough traction to get into the corner. Are you doing anything with disengaging the clutch? I'm not even touching the clutch, like at all. Like you guys can see the, I guess you can't see the clutch here. I'm not disengaging the clutch at all. I'm like just going. Dude, look at this view, man. Look at this view. Okay, get me around the other side. Goodbye. Goodbye. Front tires weren't paying attention for that one. Okay, let's try this again. I think we could get this one. Rayfo, it's good to see you. You're doing well. It's good to have you. Why are we going backwards? Welcome back, pit guy. I wish that they could give me like a mod that turns the pit guy into an anime girl. I think that would be pretty keen. It's the low grip scenarios, the approach is different. I know what you're referencing. The 1% brake thing, that's an iRacing thing. Wouldn't it work in this too? Isn't it like the same thing? Isn't it all just driving? Isn't it all just going like in you know, geometrical lines or like apex lines? How warm is your Modelo now, by the way, SHISHOU? It's not like warm at all. Also, KK, it's good to see you again. I hope you're doing well. I think I have a different opinion of like what warm is when it comes to drinks with people. Because like warm to me is like warm. Like it's like warm to the touch. But like to other people, warm is like when it's not like freezing cold. This is the third time she's really fading away. I have to get back to work, man. They have to send my ass back to work. They really gotta send me back to work, man. I'm like losing my brain power. I've been using it too. It's not like I'm not using it. How room temp is your Modelo now, SHISHOU? Okay, let me see. It's still cold to the touch, is what I think. I haven't finished it though. It's very good. I think like that's the thing to me is like when you buy a drink at the grocery store, and I'm not talking about the one that's she's gonna hit us with the Modelo again. You guys hear this? You guys hear this? Did you say a few days ago something along the line of how you streamed full time, you'd be like the best to ever do it? There's like a marked difference between like having a week off and also like, and no, I also didn't say I'd be the best to ever do it in terms of streaming. That was selective hearing because it came off as like I don't know, whatever it came off as to you. What I said is that if I did full-time streaming instead of like full-time office work, that I have to like, I'm paraphrasing, yeah, put me in a certain light. You could drink so many Modelos. I think that if I was a full-time streamer, also Minakup, it's good to see you, hope you're doing well. I would get so many things done in my life that I could not otherwise do. I would be like twice as proficient in Japanese now. Given the fact that with a week of no like office work, I was able to like 5x my ability basically. I think that like I would be like an incredible drummer. I think that all of this stuff would be true. Cause when I did work from home, the shit that I was getting up to was kind of absurd. Like I was studying Japanese back then. I didn't do too well because my material wasn't very good. I was studying, I was playing fighting games and learning. I was going to the gym like every day. I was getting ripped. And then now that I have like a, you know, a 10-hour block of time that is taken up like only by office space and like nothing else, it does something different to you. It does something different to you. 2026, we're leaving our differences behind in 2025. Yes, sir. Work from home is a superpower. That's what I'm saying. I was just confused because you said you need to get back to work. I need to get back to some structure. I wasn't trying to start shit. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I know you're not trying to start shit, KK. I know. I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm aware. I just want to understand the multitudes of my dear friend ShimadaTiger. I'll explain them to you. I will happily, gladly explain to you my thought process. I think that when I'm not forced to go to an office environment, I can do like infinite things. Because in this week, the amount of Japanese learning that I've done is like genuinely crazy. Like I've read through so much material, I've played through so many games. I've grown to understand so many different concepts because I just focused on learning Japanese like essentially the entire break. Because I didn't have like a secondary obligation outside of streaming. Also, Warden, thank you so much for the sub, much appreciated. It's very kind of you, and also the follow as well. I hope you enjoy your emotes. Thank you for supporting the stream. That's not to say that like I don't think other streamers who are not full-time employees of other like industries or whatever are not using their time wisely. I just think that I'm built like a freak, and I think that I have the ability to just like do a thing to like the best of my ability if I have nothing else I need to worry about. The best case scenario is if I was a full-time streamer and I didn't have to go back to work, and then the full-time streaming is like my daily structure, essentially. And not like I have to, yeah, I'm built like that panda. We're all freaks built with different strengths. That's what I'm saying, man. You got some strengths that I couldn't even comprehend. You got some strengths that I can't even like fully fathom. She's a freak. She's a weirdo. And I think you do well with them. I think my strength is that if you let me do what like I want to do in terms of like personal growth, I will like get it done to the ends of the earth. And I will be incredibly proficient at it, and I will do very well at it. And then as soon as you add like a primary responsibility on top of it that like takes up all my time, I've become like the Joker. I've become the Joker. Because there are times when I'm driving home from work where I'm just like, let me free, man! Banging on the glass, let me free! I have so many things that I could be doing right now. Especially when it's like, I want to get better at Japanese. So that when I go to Japan sometime next year, I will be like very conversational and easy to communicate with. Because like I think my communication skill is pretty low, but my comprehension skill is pretty high. You know, like that's the bridge I need to cross with it. Happy New Tora to you too, Lumi. Happy New Tora. She's going up for Sharinga Loco. Let me get more of this Modelo, man. It's very tasty. Down that SHISHOU. Yes, ma'am. Have you used VR chat to talk to Japanese people? I want to. I haven't set up VR chat until like this break. I'm drinking Modelo like the guy driving the Nike shoe. So I want to do okay, we got it. We got this one. We got this one. Maybe put the Modelo down. I wouldn't blame like every crash on the Modelo, despite the fact that I've drunk like half the Modelo. Okay, we got this one. We got this one. On a Modelo run, almost out. My car won't turn. Okay. This, but like unironically, my car won't turn. Okay. Almost. 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 That one was primarily just weight shifting. I was trying to get on the corner. I think this track is like the hardest one, and I've done two. I don't know what it is. I can't get enough traction to get around these corners. Do that, but follow the outside of the turn instead of the inside. Follow the outside of the turn instead of the inside. Okay. I'm trying to brake. I think to me, maybe my brakes are like not as strong as I think that they are. I think I need to like kick down on the brakes more. Because I think I'm getting maybe like 50% brake, and in my brain, I'm getting like 100% brake. But in reality, my brakes are not as much as I'm experiencing. You guys are not going to want to hear this, but my brakes are significantly softer than the ones in my setup. So to me, like, I don't put as much pressure on them in this game. Like, my real brakes on my real car are softer than the ones on my sim setup. It'd be like that. So that... I don't want to do this track anymore, man. Take me back to fucking Akita. Take me back, man. Take me back. Take me back. We'll go back. We'll go back. 300k mile brakes. Don't even sweat it, man. Ain't nothing but a peanut. Ain't nothing but a peanut. Put up Iro Hazuka and do your hairpin reps. Is it like... Do we have Iro Hazuka? I don't think I do. We're gonna do Akina again. Let's do Akina. Back to the lab again. We're gonna go where it all started. We're gonna go back to where everything started. We're gonna go to Mount Akina. This is the one from the anime. This is the one that everybody's seen before. This is the one that everybody knows and loves. Nice glasses. Thank you, Chaos Muffin. Thank you. See, already better. Already better. I think. Okay, so here, I was under the impression, ain't nothing but a peanut. I was under the impression that I was like at 80% braking. And then I looked down and I was like at, what was it? I was at like 50% braking. I'm starting to see the problem. I'm not braking enough. And I think that my brakes are way more than they are, and that I should be getting more traction than I have. Focus S. Focus S. Like here. See? We can get around the corner like this. And I think in a car like this. Hold on. Oh, I thought I could do the inertia drift. My bad. My bad. My bad. Okay, let's take this seriously. Let's take this one seriously. Don't cut. I should stop trying to go for shit that I don't know how to do. ABS be kicking. That's true. I think the ABS is the problem here too. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. There's not enough innocent bystanders. That's what I'm saying, man. I think if there were more people on the road, I would do better, because then I would know, like, you know, they give me like a target. Because like they stand in the way that like you're not supposed to be. Okay, now I don't understand this part. I broke in a straight line. I turned in. I trail broke. And I went in a straight line by the end of it. I genuinely don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand how that happens. Do it again. I'm getting around the corner here. Jailbreaking is so much more subtle. I'm trying to understand, man. Okay. Here you go. Use the handbrake, use the handbrake. Nice. Instant replay? Dude, I would wish so bad that this game had an instant replay feature. I think that that would be the greatest feature that you can do in this game. If you could go back like one corner. Because I think people take that as like a, oh, redo. No, it'd be the best practice method. Because from what I understand, a lot of racing games have that as like a casual friendly method. Where you could just go back and then redo something that you did poorly. I think it would be better if they gave you like a replay takeover, essentially. Like replay takeover for racing game. Oh, my bad. There's a feature for that somewhere. Is it like a mod? I would definitely love it for like personal practice. Because so many of these corners, I wish I could just like mark here and then take it again and then see what happens with doing a different method, you know? Excuse me. Pardon me. My bad. My bad. I'm also really not used to this car too. In Forza they have a rewind feature, but Forza is also like I wouldn't consider it a game that like I want to necessarily become very good at. Unless it's Forza Japan. And in Forza Japan, that's going to be like my real shit for sure. Forza Japan's going to be my real shit. Using the gutter. Yeah, I think today I'm not getting like any time shift is built in. Wait, hold on. App shelf. Time shift. Where is it? I don't see it anywhere. Developer apps. Settings. Tires, track map, track description, time of day. App shelf. AI spline editor. Car mirror. Time shift. Rewind time back to offline practice session. Install. I need this speed. I need this. I need this speed. I need this. It's installing. Rewind key. What should our rewind key be? I'm going to set the rewind key to the radio. Yeah, I'm going to do it to this one. This is going to be it. This is going to be it. Wait, hold on. I gotta take it off the shifter. I just realized that it was also on the shifter for a second too. Okay, it's downloading the mod. This might take a minute. This one might take a minute. I was looking at it in the corner. I saw that it was still like on 500. I must be in gear 3 to get out of it. Okay, so let's just combine everything that we know. You don't have to take anything in drift. I think my success in the last Touge stream came from the fact that I didn't start by trying to do anything interesting or new. I started by just trying to do everything that I knew. So we can take stuff like this. And it's so much cleaner. If we just do what we know. You know? People flute. Sniff a flute. It's not my best corner, but like we're not dead. My bad, y'all, my bad. So in this instance, this is another one where I get 100% brake and I don't get turn. Maybe like I just have like a inefficient understanding of how this works. I was also in gear 3 too. That would make a lot of sense. It would make a lot of sense to me if being in gear 3 was not conducive enough to like be able to get your turn properly. But I also don't get how I didn't get it there. I don't understand, man. Commentary on the music that VOD watchers will never hear. I don't want to crash out. I don't want to crash out. It's New Year's. I don't want to crash out about something I'm doing for the second time. Let's try again. I don't know. I just don't know, man. I would love to understand how it works. But I feel like I only ever get like riddles as like an answer. I feel like every time I'm like, why does this not work? The answer is always just like, if turning is what you wish to see, answer these 3 problems for a solution to be, you know? That's how it always feels. Get me out of here, man! I'm crashing out. I'm fucking crashing out, man. Okay, let's start over. Let's go back to the stock 8.6. I don't think I've graduated to this vehicle yet. Let's get the 8.6 stock. Okay, I'm looking at all. Eight-six. There we go. Let's take this guy. You haven't had enough drinks to start making your driving better yet? I think that's true. Where's the weight of the car while you're understeering? I don't know. I don't know where that would be. Down that ish. I'm not the car. Are we winning good drivers? What's good, parent tax kids? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I don't know. Enforce it somewhere? Okay, that makes sense. But that's like what I'm trying to do. is when I'm understeering. I think that this is like the... Why am I so low to the box here? Why is my head so low to the damn dashboard? Anybody else seeing this too? Am I going crazy? I was noticing that, but I didn't want to mention. Ain't nothing but a peanut, man. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. I got a fucking leaf stuck in my windshield there too. Just specifically for this car. Isn't there like a setting that we could alter too? You might need a booster seat. Okay. The sound effect is sending me, man. The loudest sound I've ever heard, man. You guys hear that one? Let it sing. Let freedom ring. Let's just scoot the seat around. Okay, that's pretty good. These tires are not gonna make it to the end of the mountain, man. My tires are not gonna see the bottom of this mountain. Okay, so I didn't break enough on this one. I don't think I broke enough on this one. I'm gonna get around here. Okay. Hard enough or early enough? Are you rushing or are you dragging? I don't think that it's... Maybe I should be earlier. Maybe I should break earlier. I'll experiment with that. Let's break here. I turned in way too early. I think you should turn into this one later. The problem is that like I brake and then I like stop all my momentum, like entirely. But I guess it's also part of the learning experience. But I'm not overshooting or undershooting this time, which is true. Yeah, it's better to undershoot than to overshoot. My brakes are like digging into the ground. So maybe... Come on. They're not gonna survive this ride, man. I was also geared way too up too, so I wasn't making any momentum. My brakes are not gonna live to tell the damn tale. Okay. We're on this side. Nice. Next one's gonna be a hairpin. Right here. Oh man. Okay, again. I think what I'm also noticing is that every time this happens, every time I notice this happens, I'm in a gear that's too high. And then every time I find success, I realize that my gear, like, I downshifted properly. You know? Does that make sense too? To anybody here that's like witnessing my problem in real time? Okay, I'll cut across on this one. So let's get around this side. Is it considered cutting when you do that jump from initial D? I'm want to use the handbrake on this one too. Anyone? Okay. Yes? But what if you don't touch the ground? Is it still cutting if you don't touch the ground? Small cut. Jumps, maybe camber. Guys, I don't think my tires are making it to the end of this. Okay. We're slowly getting it. We didn't get it. It's the area under the curve, man. It's the area under the curve. It's not every outcome. It's what we learn from every outcome. Okay, so I stood on the brakes this whole time. And I geared down and my car like went straight. I'm stopping it like right here so you guys see what just happened. I turned my wheel as much as I could. I broke all the way down, like full on the brake, and I turned and my car went straight. I want people to analyze this. You have ABS? This is a stock A86. I don't think they invented it yet. That is a very good way to lock up the tires. Is turning all the way. What about it locks the tires? I only drive mom cars. Look at this cinema, man. Look at this cinema. This is people life, man. So I think what I'm learning here is what I learn in like every racing stream. I have to understand that like I can't turn and also brake at the same time when I'm going 100% turn. It's like a balancing act. I could turn somewhat and I could brake somewhat, but I can't do 100 and 100. Are you using a wheel? I'm using a full setup right now. I'm using a Moza R5 with my H shifter and emergency brake and pedals. I have my whole sim setup here. If you brake too hard too fast and your tires aren't grippy enough, your brakes can prevent the wheels from... That makes... Okay. That makes sense. So I guess the braking zones are earlier and then the brakes are lighter. That would make a lot of sense. Because I'm noticing here I'm doing a lot of sliding when I'm trying to brake. Not all cars have ABS. I don't think this one does. Because what I'm noticing here is that my tires are like really locking up like all the time. Okay, let's get down here. If your tire tread isn't along the actual path of the car, you're minimizing the contact patch, which you don't have the grip for. Okay, so understand that I don't have a lot of grip on this car. Is your car supposed to be all yellow? What happened, man? Oh no! What happened to you? Who did this to you? How did this happen? Who hurt you? I can't call the insurance. I don't have a good enough Japanese output skill. Grip is like a bank. Yeah, grip is it's a finite resource. You can't just always toss like the grip and like expect it to do what you want it to do. I understand that principle for sure. We've gone over this principle, is that grip is like a cup of water that you can draw from, but you can't like, you know, you can't drink and you can't hold on, maybe I need a drink again. Grip is like... Grip is like a toilet. You can't pee and poop at the same time. You have to do like one or the other. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? No? Grip is like a box of chocolates. Exactly. Ignore these peons. I get you. Nico Oral, you always get me. I understand what you mean here. I'm glad that you understand me, and I'm glad that I understand you. Your car got beat up enough that you went emo? I don't think I want emo. I think it's emo to say that Grip is like a toilet. You can't pee and poop at the same time. I want to go over my New Year's resolutions. Before I go back down the hill, I want to go through my New Year's resolutions. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at our New Year's goals. Restitution time. Yeah, let's go over our New Year's restitutions. So I have a few resolutions that I did last year. I think that I actually like did good on like almost all of them. Let me see if I can remember what all of our resolutions were last year. Grab this. We're gonna grab MS Paint. I'm gonna turn MS Paint on. Turn on that MS Paint. So last year's resolutions. 2025 resolution. So the resolutions that I had, the first one we did not get. The first one, I remember we could not accomplish this, which was just because, like, I got woke in the morning. It was improve bike wattage average by 100. I did not improve my bike wattage average by 100. I improved my bike wattage average by, like, I would say I improved it by, like, 50. Let's say improved by 50. So I'm going to say still undone. Improved by 50. And I'd say most of this, 100 watts, what bicycle wattage? When you are on a stationary bike, and you have a stationary bike like app or a stationary bike equipment or built-in monitoring system, it will tell you how many watts you are outputting. Watts is in like the electrical measure of energy. When you bike and you have a rotation of the pedals, it will produce wattage that can then be measured to show like your output of force. And then the higher the watts, like the better you're doing on the bike. I improved by like 50. I think I was doing quite well for a long time. Just unfortunately, I work, you know, some days for like 12 hours. And then the commute is enough to like stop me from doing anything. So unfortunately, because of that, I did not improve by 100 because as soon as I got a new job, it was like kind of over for that. So I improved by 50 watts, which is pretty good. 100 watts is like very, 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 you know, that's like very hopeful, I should say. I would say that 100 watts is very hopeful. I would say that it is not very realistic for most people. However, I'm the kind of beast that if you just put me only on biking, I would be able to accomplish this. The other goal that I had, let's see here. Seems like bad for your knees. The whole point of bike transmission is to have the same cadence and power that doesn't strain joints. You'll find that like every workout that you do that uses your legs is bad for your knees. Like no matter what workout you do ever, unless you're swimming, which is bad for like something else. You know? Like everything is bad for something out there. Powerlifting, yeah. Especially power... Listen. If anybody tells me that running or biking is bad for your legs, but they powerlift, I will literally never trust anything they say. I will literally never trust anything they say. Because that's like such a clear, you know, lack of mental continuity. My elbow popped one day and I don't think I ever gone back to how it was. I used to lift all the time. Biking is long and repetitive. Shorter stuff doesn't wear joints. I literally like tore my shoulder powerlifting. I tore my shoulder in twain powerlifting. And I couldn't use it for like half a year after. Imagine saying exercising is bad. Like there's some level to it. I bike like, when I do bike, I tend to do like an hour and 30 minutes of biking. I don't think it's bad for you, or else every biker on earth is like going to, you know, not be able to walk. I think that bikes have been around on this earth long enough to prove out the concept that bikes are not bad for you. To me, that's what I think, at least. I was powerlifting, OFG, my knees. The knees are the worst part for sure, especially if you're squatting. And then everybody's just like, oh, just do it right. If you do everything right ever, you'll never encounter any problem. Something only fucks your ear if you're lucky or unlucky. Cadence under load isn't what's bad. I failed to see what's like technically bad about biking. I want to look this up real quick. I want to look up, is biking bad for you? And whatever Google AI tells me is what I'm going to believe at first glance, because that's what we're going to be doing in 2026. Is biking bad for you? No, biking is generally excellent for you, offering major cardiovascular, mental, and weight management benefits with low impact on joints. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to do this to you, but the Google AI has told me. The Google AI has told me. Security! I don't think it's probably that bad for you. I hit a bike and I'm tummy hort, checkmate. Listen, I'm not gonna dare to compare, but nothing's gonna fucking fight the tummy hort I was feeling yesterday. Is riding the bike, doing exercise with spin resistance? Okay, let's take a look at this. Is stationary... Okay, so I'm gonna pose to you an idea real quick. The reason why I do stationary biking over biking like on the sidewalk is because I live in Southern California and I don't want to die. I'm already not safe enough in my car. I think that like maybe potentially having the runoff effect in 50 years that my knees might not be as good as they are now is better than like a Ford F-150 Chevy Ram Dodge flattening me under toe. It's like, you know, you gotta pick your poison. Is stationary bike good for knees? Okay, they say yes, stationary biking is generally great for knees. I don't know what to tell you, man. Google AI has said yes, stationary bike is generally great for knees. We're believing everything at first glance today. We don't have to question any of this. We're believing it at first glance. Running is so much worse for you than biking. I think running might be like the worst thing you could do for your legs and knees. But it's not like bad. Like if it was bad, only if you're not increasing resistance. IRL bikes have transmissions for that. You're not supposed to spin under load for prolonged time. I've literally never seen science to argue for this, is what I'm saying. Okay, let me look up this Reddit post. Reddit is like obviously a source that I can trust. All bikes can be bad for the knees if not set at the correct height. Okay. Well, first Reddit answer. First answer, most Reddit one possible. So far, I've not seen anything mentioning how the load is the bad part for the legs. Thanks, kind Redditor. We're R2. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I hope this year is auspicious for you as well. I hope you have a wonderful year. It is good to see you again, my friend. Okay. I did not accomplish this, but I accomplished the 50 wattage average improvement, which I thought was pretty good. Plus 20 karmic resolutions. Legendary chatter. I know that's right, man. Okay, next one that I did was switch career. I couldn't get off the damn Modelo, man. To engineering. Engineering side. I did accomplish this. This year. The idea was that at the start of the year, I'm gonna mark this one off. At the start of the year, what I wanted to do was in my own studio, move from what I was doing previously on like production end and then move into the engineering side. I'm now full-time on the engineering department in another studio. We had to get laid off first, but we did manage this one. I said fuck the other job that I was doing previously in terms of like my responsibility. I'm just gonna move full-time into like the technical aspect. Now, I'm not a computer engineer, but I am like full-time within the engineering division in like an official capacity. And I'm also like getting paid like twice as much as I did previously. So I consider this a massive win. Even if I do have to stay up like 24 hours for work. I consider this to be accomplished. Next one. I think the next one was like put on 10 plus VTuber collab stream. Now, the idea that I had for this one was like way more grand than the one I actually ended up doing. And I still wanted to do this one like in a better capacity, a greater capacity. But what I wanted to do previously was like a ShimadaTiger slam. I wanted to do a racing slam in which I take VTubers who've never done racing games before, teach them how to play racing games better than I did today, and then have them race together in a Grand Prix. I ended up not doing this one in that capacity because like I was too busy looking for work than too busy doing work. However, I did put on like pretty major collabs this year. I think I did put on pretty major collabs this year. I did end up doing the big Spellomancer collab, which was like, I think there was like 12 people. It was either 10 to 12 people, maybe 6 or 7. And that one was very fun. I did like that one a lot. And then I also did other major collabs, which was really fun. So I consider this to be completed as well. Because one of the other things I wanted to do this year was collab more. And I've been doing collabs like every week this year. Before this year, I think I did a collab like once every few months. This year, I do one collab like basically every week. And I think that my stream has become better for it. Not that I think that like collabs are necessarily better stream content, but I think that there's something that could be said about like the fun of getting on stream with like your closest friends. Like every week when I get on stream with KK, Cleo, and Yozo for Monster Hunter, it's always like a Kino stream. It's always very enjoyable. I think there's a lot of good content that comes out of this. And it's also like getting over a personal fear that I have of myself, where I always think that I'm not going to be liked by another person's community and then I'm going to be like making their stream worse. And so I was able to get over that fear and just collab with whoever. I was even collabing, like, I did it was Koyo's graduation collab with, like, the other Chemo V members. That was a scary time for me. Because those are people that, like, I respect a lot. Those are, like, real people who, like, are important. And I got over my fear. I got over my fear. So much Japanese. If I went to go back and do it, Nihongo Nanso Jozu. Exactly. I was not Nihongo Jozu enough for that one. I was definitely not Nihongo Jozu enough for that one. But I would like to do it again. I would definitely like to do it again. And I think I managed to get over the fear of being disliked by other people's communities, which felt really good. What else did I do this year? Oh yeah, it was either get Master in SF6 or Tekken King in T8. And we did get this one. It's actually kind of hard to believe that we got Master this year. But we did end up achieving Master rank in SF6. We managed to get this one. This is my first ever Master rank in SF6. And we got it like halfway through the year. So this one is also in the bag too. We've managed to get 3 of 4 accomplished this year. I think that this was all of them. I'm pretty sure that this was all of them. I might have had other ones that I forgot by now. But these are like the ones that were like in my brain at the moment. And we managed to at least do work towards this one. We managed to accomplish this. Managed to accomplish this. And we managed to accomplish this. I think it was these 4. Yeah, I think it was these 4 with like some stipulations that there could be like extra ones like on this side. Like as a freebie. So, I think it was a successful year. I think it was a very successful year. I think that we were able to accomplish a lot this year. I think that there were a lot of hardships this year for sure. As I said before, I got laid off at the start of the year from the job that I worked for 5 years. And then this year also, I got a new job at another studio that has very, very strict crunch time. And despite the fact that I make twice as much money as I did previously, the crunch time is very difficult to get around, and it has limited my streaming capacity by quite some number. However, we've still managed to stream consistently. We've still managed to put out streams every week. We still managed to go live on the ShimadaTiger stream every week, multiple times a week. And I consider that to be a huge win. I consider that to be a massive win. How many wrecks did I miss? We've been wrecking on like literally every turn. I've been driving really badly today. Make twice as much money by doing twice as much work. I know that's right, man. Okay. So, now we're going to look ahead to next year. Now we're going to look ahead to next year. Next year. This is next year. 2026 resolutions. 2076 restitutions. It's the year that we get payback. It's the year that we make them pay. First, in my 2026 restitutions, Gulpy, Monka. I pray every day for game dev unions to take even just a drip of interest and crunch. I don't know how to. I'm not in a union. I would like to be in a union, but I think if I got into a union, I would be like laid off immediately. I don't think that my studio would like support it at all. I don't think the head branch behind my studio would support it at all. Make them pay. So, what's our first goal this year? What's our first goal this year? My first goal this year will be, I would like to hold large scale VTuber racing collab. I would like to hold a large scale VTuber racing collab. I would like to teach people how to do racing games, how to play racing games, what the fun in racing games are. I would absolutely like to do this. And by large scale, I mean like more than like 4 people. I know that large scale could mean like a lot of things. I consider this to be like 6 people. The cars will be really big. Large scale is not going to be like, you know, it's not going to be like 20 people, 50 people. It's going to be like 10 people. Like, I would consider that to be large scale for something like this. What sim would it be on? Most likely Gran Turismo 4. Because it's the easiest one to get going. It's free. And then you can also play with a controller if you want. I would like to get people to play with wheel, but not everybody's going to want to drop the penny to play with wheel and like on a good wheel as well. So I would say Gran Turismo 4. The online edition. We could all play it together. 10 VTubers is more than enough for a single stream. We don't need any more. Truck Sim collab would be pretty good too. GT4 is a good choice. Yeah, I think GT4 would be the best one. Because that's the one where people have most nostalgia for, even outside of the VTubers playing. It's the one that I have the most familiarity with in terms of like what we can do with it. And then also I think it'd be the most fun one to watch as well. The GT4 is going to be my goal. After this, in my 2026 restitution, I would like to hold my first drum stream. I would like to do my first drumming stream. In some capacity, I would like to make sure that this is the year where I do my first drumming stream. Because I have most of the equipment. I don't have all of the equipment, but I have most of the equipment now. As you guys know, I previously had my drum set, but I do not have any room or ability to set it up currently. So I went with the stopgap, which is a percussion pad, which will do basically all the same stuff, but like a little bit harder to use, and like smaller and compact. So I would like to practice more with this. I would like to get better with this specifically, so I can do a drumming stream, and then make sure that we host the first drumming concert. I can play drums. I've been a jazz drummer for like over 10 years now. Maybe even 6 or 7. I've been a jazz drummer for like 12 to 13 to 14 years. It's hard to keep track these days. But I would definitely like to do a drum concert, drum karaoke. Like, people do karaoke all the time, but nobody's ever done like a drum karaoke in the VTuber space. And I think that that could be really cool. So I'm going to do my first drum stream this year. New noise complaint resolution. You should form a VTuber band. I think that that would be pretty sick. I think that that'd be very cool. I cannot hold myself to any like requirement of being in a band. I could barely hold myself to like the stream itself, man. My daily like responsibilities is too difficult for that. You can do a Launchpad concert like those 2015 vids. What is Launchpad? Ain't that the shit that like kids like read books off of? Leappad? Leapfrog? Just hit the thing with a stick, man. Yes, sir. And then after first drum stream, I would like to do
Hold first Japanese only stream. Most likely collab. So I would like to do my first ever Japanese only stream. And by this, I think it would be on another channel. Because while this sounds cool with auto subtitles, while this sounds cool and while this sounds exciting, it would not be an enjoyable stream for anyone. Because the amount of Tiger Bros that can comprehend Japanese to a degree where they'll know what the hell I'm saying on stream, like live. Like, you hear how I speak in English on stream. Imagine how I would speak in Japanese on stream. And like how less understandable and comprehensible that would be. For anyone. It would not be like interesting or good for anyone. However, if it was in a collab on someone else's channel, I would like to ask Susie if she would like to go with this. And I have asked her before and she said yes, like previously. She said she'd be interested. I would like to do a Japanese only stream with Susie. Or anybody else who speaks primarily Japanese that I know. And I think it would be cool. I think it would be a fun idea. I think it'd be an awesome way to challenge myself in something that I've been really working hard to get better at. Because I've been studying Japanese like every day. Very rigidly every day. I read Japanese content like for hours every day to get better. I still need to get better at speaking. My speaking ability is like 10 leagues below my reading ability. So I need to get the practice of speaking. So I think that this would be a good thing to push myself for. The next one is related to this. And this one sounds very difficult. But I think that I can do it. Reach N2 JLPT level. This year I would like to reach N2 JLPT level. My current level is somewhere between 4 and 3. With a lot of like random words in my blind spot, essentially. Reach what? Reach huh? I would like to reach N2 JLPT level. Do you actively try to think in the target language? When I read in Japanese, I do. Otherwise, it's pretty difficult, but I like to try. I remember Howie, you saying that like you only think in English these days. I'm afraid that it's gonna like I'm gonna go to work and be like, you know, Ohayou gozaimasu minna. Kyou mo ganbaremashou. They're gonna be like, huh? This is not even the right East Asian country that like we all work from. Could have asked you actively try to think. Hey kid, it's good to see you back, my dear friend. It is awesome to see you. You're such a good friend and you always look out for me. And I can never say anything untoward towards you. I've been here. I know you've been here. I know you've been here. I saw your recent messages. I know that if I tried to argue with that one, it'd be like, what the hell, man? Why did you take that personally? I'm just gonna let it fly off my back. In 2026, we let it roll off our back. Up in the same apartment. I wouldn't say KK is my op. I would say that she's my slime. I think KK is my slime. KK, would you consider yourself to be like slimes with me? I don't think you're an op. I think you're a slime. Konnichiwa, what's up, y'all? You are my treasured nakama. You are my treasured slime nakama. What does being a slime mean? Being a slime is like being the opposite of your op. Your op is like your opposition, your opponent. The slime is like your nakama. That's what it is. Level 1 farm for XP. I thought of slime as getting killed. No, slime is like your friend. You say, what up, my slime? What's good, my slime? When you call someone your slime, that's your friend. That's how she sees me. I can't fucking win, man. I'm not even trying to win. Okay, it's not even that I try to win. I always lose. Nothing but a slime. Ain't nothing but a peanut. Thinking the target language is a fundamental part of developing and speaking writing skills. I think it'd be something when you're just existing. I'll try to do it. My thoughts are going to become very simple very soon. When I talk to my goo homunculus. Me when I talk to the creature I pulled out of the Never Rift. Yeah, I'd like to reach N2 JLPT level. I think that this is very a very strict goal. But I think if I continue moving with the same cadence that I have currently right now, I can achieve this like without question. I jump like significant leaps and bounds in Japanese comprehension like every week. And I think that I'm doing quite well. And I think that if I continue doing what I do now, which is just massive input and also like leaning into the output now, I think that I could achieve this. And the last two of these go like hand in hand. Because it's a goal within a goal. Overshot, it's good to see you. I'll be doing well. So you can learn how to make them more complex. Okay, that makes sense. I could turn them into a fukuzatsu no koto. Fukuzatsu no koto ni naru. What is thought again? Watashi no shinko. Watashi no shinko ga fukuzatsu. Fukuzatsu ni koto ni naru. Something like that. You know? Some type of shit like type shi. Type shimata. You know? Type shimao. Watashi no real one. What is your current JLPT level? I would say that I'm between 3 and 4. I don't have enough vocabulary to be in 3, but my grammar comprehension is that of 3. My vocabulary is probably 4. My grammar is 3. And my listening ability is probably like 4. My listening ability needs to go up too. N67, yes sir. Mecha juicy, know what I'm saying? I know that's right, man. I know that's right. I want to say late Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, Overshot. Happy New Year's to you too. What's another restitution that we could do? I think I had another one. Mecha juicy. Mecha kucha juicy. That guy is fucking evil, man. I don't like thinking about him. Elevator stream. I was like, what is that emote? I was like, what the hell is that emote, man? Elevator stream. What's another one? Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Here is my other 2 resolutions. They're another 2 in 1. Get a promotion. Pay raise. Get another. Find another studio. So get a promotion, pay raise, and then use that to find another studio to work at. This is the other goal. Is that I would like to get my promotion / pay raise that I've been told that like I've earned. Like very easily, very handily. I've been told that like I work within like an entire other division than I'm currently employed as. And then I would like to use that as like the headwind to find another, or the tailwind to find another studio. To just like have a better resume and be like, all right guys, see ya. And then the next one is, this is plan B. Find another studio. Get a promotion / pay raise. This is my plan B. Fujik Haicho, thank you for the 13-month resub. That is very kind of you. My little orange homie is a DJ. My little glorp homie is a DJ. We're getting freed from the torture jungle with this one. Yes, sir! I would like to find another studio if I do not get my pay raise. And then just get a better position. Because my experience now is like quite high level for what I do. Like I'm a team leader of like a large team. And people like depend on me for planning, and people depend on me for like conceptualizing and like leading. And then I also like take the fall for a lot of shit that they do too. And so I also like lead, like, you know, I deal with outsource vendors. And then I deal with like other branches of the company. Like I communicate across branches to like lead various projects. So what I'd like to do is, either if I do not get my promotion or get my promotion, find another studio either way. Because I cannot keep working 16-hour days. I can't keep doing it, man. I don't want to go back to work. I can't do it. I don't want to work another 16-hour day, man. I don't want to be called at 3 a.m. so that I can like take part in like an emergency operation because like some person forgot to add some shit to the game. Jesus all over communication juice at work. That is true. That literally is true. I'm like actually so verbose and like my thoughts that I communicate at work are so complex and like detailed. And then at other work, which is like here, I almost said at school. At other work, which is this one. How do you envision that promotion, pay raise to find a new studio? Don't mean with any hate in my heart, but as someone who works in games, admittedly in publishing, upwards lateral movement may be what you want. Just getting a new higher position at a different studio sounds like the solution you want. So the reason why, Sidewinder Punch, it is good to see you. The reason why is because I was promised a promotion / pay increase, like by the start of the year. And by promised, that means the people who are like in charge of what I get paid told me that I've earned one and that I should see one if like nothing bad happens. So I would like to get my promotion and pay raise to improve my resume to like reflect what I actually do in an official capacity so it doesn't get thrown away. And then I move to another studio and then get an even higher pay. That's what I'm looking at here. Jumping ship after getting a promotion / pay raise will hurt your rep and it's a small industry. If I told them that they're making me work almost 24 hours. If I told them that like my conditions currently is that I work for almost 24 hours a day sometimes. I don't think that would necessarily hurt my rep that bad. I think like the black company nature. I don't know how. Yeah, my studio has like really negative rep already. You work for a seed company? I don't work for a seed company, but I do work for an East Asian company. I work for a company within the East Asian band of China, Korea, Japan. Why did you leave your job? 16-hour workday. 16-hour workday, and then like the people I work with like don't really know how to make games. There's so many fucking times when I'm like looking at the project and I'm like taking a review of like what we're looking at. And I'm like, is this really the final thing? And they're like, oh yeah. And I'm like, did you not think of doing this too? And then they're like, oh. Oh. We didn't think about that. And I'm like, oh, brother. You gotta be kidding me. I would also not be the first one to like leave within the last 3 months. I would be like the third one. It would not be like an unexpected occurrence. Even the people above me are like, get me a new job, man. I think it's understandable to be worried about like the you know, the aura dip of like leaving after getting a promotion. But like the promotion I'd be getting is just like acknowledging what I already do. I think maybe it's just like in the details, you know? It's a small industry. Yeah, it is multi-billion dollars. However, a lot of people do know each other. A lot of people who work in the game industry do know each other, and they have connections across the board. I work for like a major company. And because I work for a major company, it does not surprise me if like it will follow me somewhere, you know? But to be fair, people who work like at my company worked at even bigger companies before. And then because of that, like them leaving there has not followed them to the same degree. So who knows? You're the boss. You know what you're doing. Let's try this again here. So those are my New Year's resolutions. Those are what I'd like to accomplish this year in 2026. 2026, the year of the tiger, the year of the horse, Umada Rider. I would like to do my first drum stream, reach Japanese level N2 for the JLPT. I would like to do my first large-scale racing collab with people who either like know racing games or like don't know them too well. And then I would also like to... Okay, I gotta not turn in while also braking. But at least I didn't crash there. Money up for all of us, exactly. And if nothing, if there's a Hail Mary... If anybody out there trying to, like, you know, scout a fighting game / driving game VTuber, and then make something with that, and then you would be willing to pay my salary like the same degree that I make at this company, I would love to become a full-time VTuber. I don't care, man. Get me in there. Mr. Sakana, I will shill your beans. I will shill the beans for you. I don't care. My bad. I don't think they can make that kind of money. Take that back. Take that back. I don't know. They'd have to make me a promising offer. I've had some good coffee beans before. Do you guys think our car is okay? Still holding 30 to 50 until the steering lightens up? Let's try that. Holding 30 to 50 till the steering lightens up. Okay. Okay. I'm watching the brakes. That worked. Okay, let's do a hairpin. I stopped way too soon. Okay. Let's just get around the corner. Just some paint damage, yeah. Just some like visual damage, nothing else. Nothing too bad to worry about. Okay. Don't worry about it. Ain't nothing but a peanut. Ain't nothing but a peanut. Ain't nothing but a peanut. Okay. If the engine is running and the wheels keep spinning, the damage is just cosmetic. I know that's right, man. Damn, I can't get any turn on this one. I feel like I'm driving an entirely different car than like I did before. Or like I'm driving something like entirely different than what I was doing previously. Which is like literally true. I think. But like I feel like it's the seat height. It might be, honestly. Maybe we get the booster seat. Okay, maybe we switch the camera here. Okay, that's significantly better. Wait, why is this view so much better? This view is so much better, man. And you can also see my wheel. I can't get any rotation. I guess this is like a good challenge. I got the better racing chair though. Normal driving view works, huh? It does work, but typically it's like too small for me. This car's specific configuration has like a better like... Oh, brother. It's got a better like driving POV than some of the other cars I've seen. Holy. Just brake earlier? Okay, I didn't need to brake that hard for that one. I feel like I'm like learning everything like again. Which is probably true. Because I don't think I learned racing streams or racing games in like the way that people normally do. I think that I learned racing games in like I just booted it up one day and then I asked KK like questions and then I asked you guys questions. I think that's essentially how I've learned these things. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to deal with the shit on the windows, guys. Can't you not just Scandy flick with this one? Oh yeah, hold on. Let me just like learn that real quick. Oh shit. I almost got it. It was almost kind of sick. It was almost cool. Listen, when you put me on the dirt, I'm a different kind of beast. But when you put me on the tarmac, we gotta figure out how to slide. I gotta find out how to get this rotation here. But like not to this degree. We're probably fine. We're probably fine. We're probably fine. We're probably chilling. We're probably chilling. Chill, man. Chill. Chill. Scandy spin. That shit was Scandy Crush, man. I can't really get the momentum for the Scandy whip. I think it's like I need to do like... But I don't get any rotation with this. I don't get like any rotation at all with that. I think I need more like momentum going in. And then carry the momentum out, braking. Do you brake for the Scandinavian whip? Handbrake? I didn't have any braking there for sure. I think it's probably better to learn how to brake and like maneuver these corners naturally than like learning how to Scandinavian flick. Even if I would love to learn how to do the Scandinavian flick, I would definitely like be more successful if I learned how to actually use my pedals to like turn my car. I think that the stock A86 might be the most difficult car I've ever driven. And I've driven like the Group B cars in Dirt Rally and a set of Corsa Rally. You know? The stock A86 is like the hardest thing I've driven so far. Yeah, this is the stock one. This one is the stock one. There's no modification to this car whatsoever. It's the stock piece of shit A86. Turn us in. Okay, I needed to do downshift there. I think I was wondering why I didn't get enough turn in there. And I realized it's because of the downshift. I did too heavy there. I should brake further out and then brake lighter. Okay. I'm starting to understand. Brake further out and then brake lighter. Okay. And then around this side. Okay. Okay. Guys? Guys? I'm starting to figure it out. A little too heavy-handed here, but I think I needed a 1. I think I need to go down to 1. The turning is getting way smoother. It's getting significantly smoother. Let's get on this side. This one is deceptive. You want to stay on the outside here. My bad. My bad. And then the next one is going to be a wide hairpin. And then this is also going to be taken at a 2. And then the next one, we go down. And we get around the corner. And then get on the gas. Get around. Nice. We're starting to understand. I think I'm starting to get it. I think if we run this again, our time will be significantly better. What happened looking? Okay, let's try it again. Let's do like 30 to 50% breaking, and let's do it 30 to 50% earlier. Part of your Japanese course should learn how to drive Toge in Assetto Corsa. I think that could be it. One of the tenets that I have with like learning Japanese or learning anything is you have to like mold it into the things that you already do. One of the ways to like actually get good at anything is you have to consider adding it into some element of something you're already interested in, so that it becomes interchangeably like intertwined within to your daily life. So, I want to get better at fighting games. I want to get better at Japanese. What do? I watch Daigo videos like in Japanese without the English subtitles to figure out what the fuck Unk is talking about. What do? I play Street Fighter in Japanese. I achieve two things at once. You know? I learn words that are specific to my interests. You play fighting games? I know these days it'd be hard to believe. He always talking crazy shit. He does always be talking crazy shit, man. I love that guy. Who's that, man? Who's that on the road? They need to be careful. Whoever that is on the road is an insane person. My bad. Okay, let's try again. This car is so prone to understeer. I didn't think that going at that corner was gonna do that. So we say great song. It is one of her best ones, for sure. You should play Guilty Gear, it's a fighting game, they're all the same. You should play Net Impact. I heard that they've got like a thriving player base going on there. Did you guys hear like the third DLC character for Net Impact just came out and they're threatening to release more? We can continue taking this like gear. Heel towing with this technique is very difficult. But when I do without heel toe and I downshift, I lose traction. Because I get engine locking. I get shift locking. My bad. You would be turning, you don't gotta be turning that far in. Let me see if I can piece this together. Okay. Okay, there you go. Let's try it again here. Downshift to 1. Okay, let's get out of the corner. Stay like 6 or 7 here. Alright, now we go to 5. And then the next one, we're gonna slow down at this light. 30%. Downshift. Speed out. We live, we live, we live. Nice! Okay, there it is, there it is, there it is. And then here comes another. Downshift to 1. 2. Kansei Drito! My bad. I got distracted. I lost my lap time again. I got distracted. There's not really any turn in this track you gotta be first for. Okay, that makes sense. I'm looking at this, my car is getting beat the fuck up right now. This isn't a 1 coin clear, so we can keep going. On the break here. Nice. Literally do this. Streamer, just do this. Just flip the car around. Okay, we'll go down to 2. I've noticed that like 2 is the sweet spot for many of these like sharper corners. I can stay in 3. 2 is like where we should be like aiming for on these corners though, I think. 1 does seem like way too steep. Okay. Let's go. Nice. Okay. This is gonna be a hard turn. I see where my car veered off. I just saw where my car veered off in the tire tracks left behind. I'm glad that I at least survived that one this time. Okay, I don't know how I did not get that much turning there. Maybe I should have broken earlier. Oh, I should have been in 2! No wonder! I should have been in 2! Look what happens when I'm in 2! Throw the weight rock back on the early turn-in, you could power on the rear tires. Let the weight roll back after the early turn-in. I'm gonna try to visualize what you mean by that, but it's really hard for me to like figure it out. Okay. It's like learning how to drive this car feels like learning how to do like weight control like from first principles basically. 2 run only. Honestly, I think a 2 run only might be like the play. Okay. But I think even though it's frustrating, I think that it is the best thing to do. Because if I just started doing everything with like ABS and like great grip and great like traction control and everything, and like never learned how to do anything that like really required like a lot of weight distribution and weight control, I think that like I would never get better. And I think like actually learning how to visualize the weight control in a harder car and a slower car, it seems to be pretty crucial to learning how to play better. It's like learning how to use your buttons in a fighting game versus like using your specials all the time, you know? Okay, we get around the corner here. Okay, we live. We still live. You don't mean you just don't spam attacks? Yeah, if you play Terrell Bogard, you could just do Bird Knuckle like over and over again and then like achieve the same effect. Okay, so our time here was 6:54. I think if we do it again, with everything we learned, we might actually get a good time here. How does this set a course of play on controller? You're gonna have to mod it. I'm sorry to tell you this. I'm sorry to tell you this, we're gonna have to mod it. It's not gonna be easy to play with immediately. There are some good mods out there. Oh my god, look at that rebound immediately. There are some good mods out there for Assetto Corsa that make playing with controller like way more palpable or palatable. And I think that if you get them set up, you'll find a good time with it for sure. 30%. I still bumped. Ghost! I think even if we follow behind our ghost here, I think as long as we apply everything we learned, we're gonna have a better time. Cause like, look at that. And like, look at this. Okay, we didn't get out of the corner very fast. We gotta get in the corner a little bit slower, I think. I think we gotta use a little bit of slow in, fast out. Wolfpack, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. This motherfucking corner every time, man. Nah, it's chill. Nah, it's chill. Okay, let's try again. Let me take a drink of my Modelo. I needed some of my Modelo there. Okay, let's try it again. You doing better letting the weight shift back before before getting full turn in? So you let the weight shift back by getting off of the brakes, right? Because the weight shifts forward when you get on the brakes. And then you get off the brakes a little bit to shift it back again. And then that's how you get some rotation. To get smooth out the side. Okay. That makes a lot more sense now. Okay, we get around the corner. It feels so slow though. I mean, it is a slow corner. I think like I always look at these hairpins and I'm like, how do I get through it as fast as possible? But I guess like that's not the question. The question for now should be, how do I get through the hairpin without dying? How do I get through the hairpin without colliding into the wall? And that's like slow. You have to go slow for it, because slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So if I understand that I have to just take my pride and go slow with it. My bad. Okay, Homino, it's good to see you. You're doing well. Okay. You almost didn't have any collision. Almost. I might be turning in way too early too. I wonder if I need to turn in later. Because the turn in feels really early, which is making me take like a wide angle. So I wonder if I have lighter brakes and turn later. Okay, we don't die here. You could try. Buh. I was in 3. I was in 3. That dastardly 3, man. That dastardly 3. Every time. I'm starting to realize that 3 is my enemy. Because I want to accelerate out of the straightaways. And then to accelerate out of the straightaways, I go into 3. Okay, it's kind of hard to do later turn there. That corner is also kind of weird. Okay, now we go into 3. And then I carry too much momentum out of 3. And I just go forward. I need to shift back down again. Okay. We take this one. We like this one. We like this one. And there's going to be a hairpin here. Dastardly 3. That might have been the best time we've ever taken that hairpin. That might have been the best way we've ever done that hairpin there. Okay. This is way smooth. This is way smooth. Can you play some Eurobeat? You know what? Because it's the New Year's. Because it's the New Year's, I'm in a good mood. I will play some Eurobeat for you. I think that Eurobeat is great for initial D. I think that Eurobeat being the end all be all for music to listen to while drifting, or not drifting, by togeing. I think that like there's more out there that's really good. I think that it's like overplayed, you know? Okay, I gotta stop colliding here. Chicken, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I find it to be overplayed. It's mandatory to listen to Eurobeat. Initial D's been out for like 40 years, man. The party ain't going on anymore. Everybody packed up and went home. Nice, 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 nice. Huh? Little bit of handbrake here. MF Ghost is still there. Eurobeat is strong. I don't know if I'd consider MF Ghost to be strong in any capacity. I don't think it's bad, but when I watched MF Ghost, I was like, so when does anything happen? I was like looking at it and I was like, when does anything happen? I really liked Initial D. And then I watched MF Ghost and I'm like, is anything supposed to happen yet? Nothing ever happens, man. I don't think it's bad though. Okay, smooth, smooth, smooth. Nice. And then slow down here. I think I took this one too slow. It's better to be too slow than to be fast and hitting the wall. And then the next one is another slow turn. Turn later. Nice! Okay, okay, okay. That's awesome. That felt really good there. That turn felt really good there. And then here's another. Okay. Handbrake. New ghost card record, 638. 1738. Series named MF Ghost having a lack of substance. I don't know, maybe it's pretty good like after a while, but the first like 4 episodes, I was really wondering like when anything was gonna happen. I mean like Initial D like really just starts happening immediately. MF Ghost Season 3 just came out today. Are things happening yet? I know KK was watching it. I think she probably liked it. I don't know if she's still watching it, but I know she watched the first season. Yeah, let's get some Eurobeat in here. Okay, where's the first one? This one. This one. This is one of my favorites. Let's listen to this one. We'll circle back on it. MF Ghost characters are kind of forgettable. I can't even name the Playboy or anyone else. Isn't Takumi in MF Ghost? MF Ghost is such a cool name though. I mean, it's kind of hard to find like any series about racing ever, you know? Like it's not a type of niche interest that you really see a lot of attention for. When it comes to like anime and stuff. Okay. Here we go. Let's see if I can beat myself. That's the only person I ever need to beat in this earth. It's just yesterday's Shimada. Okay, there's gonna be a kink here. Shift down. Handbrake. We somehow get around the corner. All we have to do is get around. All we have to do is get around without any damages. I need an anime GT7 girl or GT girl. I agree with you. GT girl would be a good anime. And I'm saying that as someone who's never like read it at all. I just know that it's like... Okay, we're gonna try again. Not because I don't want to like never crash, but because I think that my car was genuinely about to be totaled. We can get this. We can get this. There's Overrev manga which will probably never get an anime and just has a shitty live action movie. I hope that the young ladies don't play fighting games anime is gonna be good. I'm so fucking scared though. I'm so scared though. I don't know if it's actually gonna be any good. Because I don't know how they're gonna handle putting like real footage from Street Fighter 6 into it. Okay. I'm thinking of my traction as the bank. I'm understanding that my traction is just, you know, it's a circle made of 3 parts. And I have to respect each part individually. I have to respect the steering requirement. I have to respect the throttle requirement. And I have to respect the braking requirement. It was almost sick. It was almost sick. I think it could still be sick though. Okay. Salvage. Even if my time doesn't get counted, we salvage. That turd van. It's been fucking killing me all day. It is funny, like, I don't consider it to be a downgrade at all. Because that's not how, like, the human condition is. But it is funny how, like, I made mistakes last Toge run that I did where I was learning how to do it for the first time. But I also think that, like, I did much better in terms of, like, not dying all the time than I am now. And I don't think it's the reason why I don't think it's a downgrade is because whenever you become, like, aware of, like, any of your own ability, you end up in a situation where you start overestimating, like, what you can do, you know? Like, it's the Dunning-Kruger effect. Where you look at something, you're like, I can never do that. And then you do, like, an idea of it once. And then doing that idea of it once, you're like, oh, shit, it's actually easy. And in my head, I'm like, it's so easy. I had a dream where I'm like, oh, this is how I shift lock break. I just do like this. You know? And then in my dream, it was so easy. That was all I had to do. It was like just this. And then I was going through like every turn without like any problem like at all. Like I was drifting through every corner like butter. And then now I woke up to it and I'm like streaming it right now and I'm having the rude awakening. These tires are totally different. Yeah, the tires are also very different. Mistakes is how you learn anything. I know that's right, man. I made the post earlier yesterday where I said that any crash out that you have over something being hard is your opportunity to get 5 times better at it than you'll ever be before. Or than you've ever been before. I think that's very true. I think anytime you're like upset because something is difficult. Alright, fast is smooth and smooth is fast. 30%? It means you're so close to becoming so much better at it because you have a desire to overcome the mountain. So I noticed this when I was studying Japanese. And I had a really hard time with double particles. And if you understand anything about Japanese, you'll understand this frustration. In Japanese, there are non-words, I would describe them as, that are called grammatical particles. And essentially what they do is that they influence the grammar case of a sentence. So they'll tell you like what a noun is supposed to be within a sentence. And they specifically target nouns. And some particles turn stuff into nouns, but the ones that you really have to worry about when you start are the ones that specifically target nouns. So, I was having a crash out over double particles with to and wa, where my Japanese to English dictionary, you drive like bunta. My Japanese to English dictionary was telling me that to-wa is used to define words, which is not true. What to-wa is to is the quotation particle. My bad. I didn't take that with enough turn there. To is the quotation particle that turns a noun or a noun-like entity into something that is being quoted. And it doesn't have to be a direct quote that someone says. It just has to be something that turns into the concept of a quote. And then wa is the topic marker particle, which basically just means like emphasize this subject. It doesn't necessarily mean anything about it except that it is the emphasis of the sentence. And so, Dexterous, thank you so much for the gift sub, much appreciated. So the thing with wa is that it just emphasizes. It doesn't really do anything else. It emphasizes and it contracts from other things by saying that other things are not like this. This is a unique quality that this thing has, is the wa. So to wa is taking something and quoting it, not necessarily like a direct quote, but like quoting the concept of it and then giving it emphasis. And I couldn't wrap my brain around that. I thought that to wa was a distinct entity. And so because I now understand that it's not a distinct entity and that it's like just two separate particles doing their job together, it made it so much easier for me. Hope I'm stuck in ads. He's like, help, I wanted the Japanese explanation. Help, help. Please, I needed this. I needed to understand how to use to wa. Another thing that I found difficult is like the concept of the ni particle being used in abstract forms. If you guys know ni is the particle that you use to mark destinations. And it could be used in like very abstract ways. So like, ni could be used in a destination that's basically like a state to be in. Like that's what NikkeiNata is like, you know? Like NikkeiNata is like transform into this. Essentially the like two is the ni. Exactly. Head, shoulders, knees, and twos. Here we go. Ninja Pat, thank you so much for the gift sub as well. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much for the support, guys. I really appreciate it. Huh? I think we're doing well. I think when I'm in the flow state, I get it much better. I think when I'm in my own head about like what I'm doing, it's so much harder to perform. But like when I'm just letting myself to start do it on its own, it's significantly easier. Okay, let the back tires have some weight here. There we go, there we go, there we go. We need to pay your salary. So what I did for this frustration is I just locked in on understanding the concept of to wa, because it was like blocking me from understanding like a pretty crucial sentence in a Baldur's Sky. Because it didn't make any sense to me. It didn't make any sense to me. It was like, yume to wa omoenai, which is like, I can't even think of this as a dream. And then the following sentence was like, because it is like too realistic. You know, like it's unthinkable that this would be a dream because it's too realistic. And then it was like, yume to wa, yume tua, yume to wa, is to wa, yume to. Yume is being quoted. The concept of a yume, which is a dream, is being quoted, and then it's being given emphasis by the wa. So like, as for the concept of a dream, it's like unthinkable. I could not think of this as a dream. Okay, okay. At least we're live. At least we're live. At least we're live. At least we're live. Nodders, nodders. He is like when you have to decide between abstract concepts or as in or out, this or that, these or those in English. When there's no materialization, there's no grammar rule to apply. The thing with Nia too is that like it doesn't necessarily apply like a specific direction. It just implies that there's a target of an action. So some words are push words and some words are pull words, which means that like the action will either pull from the target or push from the target. You know what I mean? Oh shit, we got a jammer in here. This is actually the best Eurobeat song here. Let's do this again. Let's do this again. I see wa as even though sometimes. Yeah, wa could be even though sometimes too. Like te wa. When you use te wa, it could be like even though. You know, like if you add it after a logical clause. Mo is like typically what even does though. Or mo contributes to the concept of even. Like watashi mo dekiru. Like even I could do it. I could do it as well as other people. Watashi mo dekiru. Even though is like the exclusive even though. It's like even though this happened, you know? Which is exclusive to this event. I think that whenever I drive, I can't be talking about anything else, but like, I can't talk about the road, man. It's so much better when I don't talk about the damn road. I just gotta get in the flow state. Give it some handbrake around the apex. Holy! Okay, almost. Okay. I'm feeling it out here. You were letting the instincts drive? I think my instincts are a better driver than like my medulla oblongata for sure. Okay, this fuck ass corner. This fuck ass corner, man. When I'm around the apex, handbrake. Nice! We didn't die on this one this time. Okay. Just a little e-brake for fun. Okay. You can accelerate out of this one. You don't need it for this one. This one's long. The long corners don't typically need it, but the hairpins do. Okay. Not the cleanest, but we did it. And we're even doing better than before. Okay, this one tightens. I need a co-driver. I need a Tiger Bro in chat to be like Titans 3. I need a Tiger Bro in chat to be like, okay, 60 flat. Titans 4. Titans 1. This one's about to be a Titans 1 for sure. It's gonna be a 5 left. 5 right. Hairpin 1. Ah, shit. Okay. I need a more forward momentum. 5! 5! Okay. We didn't die on this one. Okay, a little bit slide. I was in 3. If I was in 2, I think that would have been better. Okay, set yourself for the next one. And then we want to be in 2 for this one. Oversteer. It's okay. Let's just get out of here. Let's get out of here. Get me out of here, man! Get me out of here! Get me out of here! Okay. It might be a wall, we don't know. I love when they say jumps maybe. The jumps maybe always sends me, man. Okay, I don't need a handbrake on this one. I'm already like over the line. We're doing significantly better though, which is really good. And I'm starting to get the rotation from the handbrake too. I think I need to review the drift Bible on handbrake drifting. I think maybe we do an Akina run at some point in the future. We try to handbrake drift like every hairpin. And I think by like trying to handbrake drift every hairpin, it forces the habit of doing it, you know? Reviewing the Bible first time for a beast like me. I think I just killed the drivetrain. My bad. That's what Irohazaka Peak is. Okay, we're gonna do that one next. As in like the next stream. I'm probably do it off stream too. My shit is orange, man. My shit is orange. Okay, get me out of here. The transmission is fucking orange. Okay, I took this one way too fast. At least we're still alive. We're still alive, we're still alive. I think that's always the case. I'm always orange. Okay. Our tires are gonna be so dead after this, but it's okay. They don't really like exist. They're not real. What the hell was my guy doing there? What was the maneuver they were just doing? You can't say that. Okay, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine, we're chill. How do I do donuts? I guess like this. I've never like learned how to do donuts because I never like purposely learned how to drift. Clutch in full throttle, clutch out. Oh! Okay, okay, okay. Dude! Look at me, man! And then let's move figure 8 here. Blorp a spin! Look at me go, man! I'm getting dizzy, man. Now I need a pylon to go around. Look at this, man. You can see our tire marks. Tire marks, tire marks. Gonna get down with the fire marks. Look at these, guys. Look at these. I didn't know how to do it before. Cough, cough, cough. What? So what does the clutch do in this situation here? We need this. We need this. I don't read what you said. Clutch in, full throttle, clutch out. Slips the tires. It applies the power to the wheels instantly.
Look at me go, man. Throttle controls how wide you go. Throttle control to control how wide you go. Okay, hold on. I take it that like wide throttle, like fast throttle makes you go like really like inward, and then like low throttle like lowers like your degree of motion for sure. Like it makes you go wider, I think, probably. Okay, our car is gonna fucking explode. The car's gonna let me see the damage. Oh, brother. The car's gonna fucking explode, man. Look at this shit. Who took a bite out of this thing? Who took a damn bite out of this thing? Wheels still spin, you're good? Okay, let's try to do the... Let's try to do it again here. Our transmission's red, but it should be fine, right? Okay, clutch in, full throttle. I don't think it's supposed to sound like this, man. Okay. Okay. Let it sing, Perkele. Okay, okay. Can I make it another direction? Look at me fucking roll, man. Look at me go. I wonder how easily I could do it instantly. I've never done this before. I didn't even know that using the clutch was part of drifting. What do you do with the steering wheel during this? I don't understand what you do with the steering wheel. Kaijin, what's that word mean? That's gonna be fucking me at Evo, Japan. Are you supposed to just hold the steering wheel steady this whole time? Because now I'm holding it like at my regular pace, and I'm just modulating the gas. Like my steering wheel is like straight up normal now. And I'm like slightly modulating the gas. And I'm just holding the same angle. Stop doing donuts in the Evo parking lot. Move to right clutch, then turn left steering throttle, throttle control. Steering kind of controls how the goes, corner steer more. Steering kind of controls how it goes, so if you corner steer, if you counter steer more, it will be wider and you will turn towards the exit and not crash. I'm getting dizzy, man. Damn, Chijo, chill! Shisho, chill! Chill with this thing, man. Chill with this thing. What about this POV? What about this POV? Oh my god. Look at me go, man. Look at me go. Okay, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. You can do the same thing to do a burnout. What is a burnout besides like a series they don't make games for anymore? Cuff wheeze, help, man, help! Keep the wheel straight and then hit the brakes as soon as to let out the clutch.
Hit the brakes as soon as you let out the clutch. Okay, I'll figure out what all this means later. I wish I could afford to burn all this gas, set my clutch aflame, and evaporate my tires, blow my piston, shatter every window, and dent all of my body panels on a random Friday morning. Hey, nothing but a peanut, man. Look at the HUD. Look at the front of the car. Look, there's no damage to it like at all. It's like as I bought it. Boot up, twin. Just boot up. Look at this. Look at the parking lot. This is like when Crete used to get like wet poops. And then I'd wake up to like a stinky room. And I was just like, what the heck is happening? Oh my god! It was a terrible time when she was like 1 year old. Like, everybody talks about having kids is like a scary thing, but having like kittens, having like cats who are like both special needs in their own way, and then one of them just decides when they have wet poop to just drag it across the room instead of with like a litter box. It's fucking scary, man. This is why Creed does her own thing. Yeah, Creed be doing her own thing, man. It's all over the parking lot. I don't think these can like grip anything anymore, man. No, they still have like some shape to them. They still have like a shape, I think. Good condition, $12,000 used. The glow is crazy. You're right. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even notice the glow. I think the glow was like added after we drifted. I think the glow was added like after we went through all those donuts. Like it was gained after the fact. Okay, give me a second here. Give me a gosh tootin' second here. One second here. I want to send you guys over to my good friend Cleo Ite stream. She's doing a Battle Tech stream, which is a mecha game. I always think that people who like cars are also going to be into mechs, so I'm going to send you guys over to this channel. Good friend of the stream, dear friend Cleo Ite. She is an Aussie friend from down under who I will be playing Monster Hunter with. You guys would like to go see my schedule real quick? Let me go over there. I don't know what's going to pop up on the screen. Okay, nothing, thank God. Because I still had a window. I still had a free roam window capture opens, and it was not attached to anything. We're going to have Wild Women New Year's on Saturday evening, so please look forward to that. I'm going to be playing Monster Hunter Wilds, as per usual, with Cleo, KK, and Yozo. And then on... We can't have any fireworks. I deleted all of them. We can have, We're gonna have Snoopy. I think we're gonna have Snoopy. Snoopy can be up here too. Thank you everybody for supporting the stream today. Thank you everybody for coming out for another Touge stream. I had a lot of fun today. I have to go back to work tomorrow, so I have to sleep soon. I have to get some good Z's in. I have to get some good sleep in. I'm gonna send you guys over to Cleo's stream, but if you guys are not part of the Discord, feel free to join over here. If you're not already following the Twitter, I always appreciate a follow over here as well. I will be doing more driving streams next week. Maybe Rally, maybe Touge. We will see, but I'll also be doing Tekken, I believe, next week as well. So please look forward to that as well. Once again, Otsu Tora!